you and I can be sober right here and be like, ah! And it's the best time ever.
Yeah.
Tom doesn't do that.
It's like him and Leanne are dead inside almost.
Yeah.
Like, and then you got to like draw out life, and then when you get it, you're like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
It's like getting a shark to bite onto the boat. You're like, how did that happen? It was circling for so long.
So true.
100%. Cheers.
Hey guys, if you're looking to put a little more money back in your pocket this holiday season, why not reshop your home and auto insurance with Policy Genius? They will fix your rates and get you lower rates. First, all you got to do is head to policygenius.com, answer a few quick questions about yourself and your property. Then Policy Genius is going to do the rest. They're going to compare rates from over 30 of the top insurers, from Progressive to Nationwide, and then find you the lowest quote. Their licensed expert will look at all the ways to maximize your saving, including bundling your home and auto policies. And if Policy Genius finds a better rate than what you're currently paying, they're going to switch it for you for free. That kind of service has earned Policy Genius a 5-star rating across 1,600 reviews on Trustpilot and Google. So if you're feeling the pinch during this holiday season, find out how much more you could save on home and auto insurance at policygenius.com. They've saved their home and auto insurance customers an average of $1,000 a year by reshopping Policy Genius. When it comes to insurance, it's nice to get it right. This podcast is brought to you by Kamikoto. Kamikoto makes great kitchen knives using traditional techniques. Each box comes with a beautiful, heavy-duty ash wood box, and they've got great knives of 3 sets, heavy-duty cleavers, ultra-sharp steak knives, which I've got.
You haven't stopped talking about this.
I love these steak knives. They're so amazing. I've had a problem with finding the right steak knives. I got these. The handles are nice, heavy black handles, sharp blades. You cut into a fillet, and it slices through them. These are so great because of the boxes and the whetstone. We're giving them as gifts to all of our friends. All my parents are getting them. My sister's getting them. Everyone that enjoys red meat should be getting one of these knives. They are fucking awesome. I love these steak knives. You can maintain the edge with their whetstones. That's WHETSTON. And they're so confident about their knives that each knife comes with a lifetime guarantee. Right now, if you go ahead and buy now, Kamikoto is offering our listeners an extra $50 off site-wide on top of their biggest sale of the year. Go to Kamikoto and use the promo code CAVE for an extra $50 off. That's KAMIKOTO.com/cave. That's KAMIKOTO.com/cave. I don't know why what color the doctor is mattered to Tom, but whatever. Anyway, hey guys. Brand new 2 Bears, 1 Cave with my co-host, Christina Pajitsky.
Hey,
Push.
AKA Push. No.
AKA Christina P, AKA Christina P Comedy, AKA just Push. I don't know why.
Plug me. I'm so nervous to sit here with you right now because I haven't seen you since the accident, and I have so many feelings when I see you because we've been through, it's like we've been in the trenches together, Bert. And
We'll tell everyone, so they don't know, if anyone doesn't know, if you're living under a rock, what Christina is saying is, my bestie, her husband,
I'm going to cry already.
Had a pretty aggressive accident. I will say that I saw it, and I saw it happen, and it took me a few days to get over it.
I can't even look at you right now. I'm going to start crying already.
It was.
Because I haven't even been able to cry because I've been like
in go mode.
In triage, like since you and I came over, and then like it's just been nonstop. It's been a nightmare. And I'm so grateful to you guys to come. Like when you came over that night was like, I was in shock. I didn't even know what to do. So I'm so grateful for you. Sorry. See, I knew this would just all come out. You're just sitting here.
But you know what? This is what I love about this show is that it's everything.
Ugh.
And it was intense. It was beyond intense. It was an intense experience. And what fucked me up is it happened in a second.
Ugh.
It happened in a second, and it went from fucking giggles, ball busting to literally call 911.
Oh my God.
And it was absolutely terrifying. I gotta be real honest. You need to know this because I was very helpful for the next 24 hours, but I walked out of the goddamn fucking room. When it happened, I left him. I left him, and I looked at everyone. I was like, I'll call Christina. And I went outside, and the door locked behind me, and I was like, I can't get in anymore because he's going to deal with this on his own. Christina?
Well, because didn't Tom give you a job? Like it was call 911 or call my wife.
No, he said call 911, and then he looked at me and he said call Christina, and I was like, as opposed to turn your arm so it's facing where everyone should see it. I want to tell everyone we have a live show New Year's Eve, and on New Year's Eve, the video that we planned this whole time, we planned to do a basketball sketch, a competition just like tennis, for the New Year's Eve show. I'm going to tip the hat a little bit. We got Tristan Jass. Really excited. We got Tristan Jass to come out, and we did a sketch. Not a sketch, but like we did something for basketball, just like we did with tennis. We tried to make it better because we didn't feel like tennis really delivered, and it didn't on time. By the way, I'm 2-0, just so everyone knows. Just kidding. Wait till you see the video. Wow, Tom's not great at these athletic sketches.
Fuck. So don't even talk about the video because the night that it happened, Lindsay came over, the producer who was filming it. And I was waiting for you and Leanne to come over, and Tom was just in the ER, and he goes, do you want to watch it? And I was like, hold on. And I got a glass of wine, and I was like, glug, glug, glug.
And if I'm not mistaken, Lindsay was like, give me a beer.
Yeah.
Because I can't watch this sober.
Yeah, so you're right. I forgot about that. My kids are upstairs asleep, thank God. And I start to watch it, and I look away, and I start crying. Immediately, I was like, I can't do this. This video is so horrible, and I can't even imagine, like, even just the sounds of it. Have you ever seen Grizzly Man? Like, remember they're like, when Herzog gets to listen to Grizzly guy get eaten, and he's
we're
like,
we're selling tickets for the New Year's Eve live event like fucking crazy. Please cut that clip out. What was Tom's fall like? Have you ever seen Grizzly Man?
By the way, guys, ymhstudios.com/livestream to get your tickets for the live show.
Grizzly Man.
well, remember when Werner Herzog's listening and they don't play the audio, you get to see his face, and he was like, never listen to this audio ever. And that's how I felt.
I was there in the acoustics delivered just as it was intense. It was intense. I heard an old baseball player, Buck O'Neill, say 3 times in his life. He said, "I heard Babe Ruth hit a home run. I heard," and he goes, "And that sound Babe Ruth hit, I'll never forget that sound."
The cracking of the bat.
Yeah. Then I saw Josh, the catcher who played in the black leagues back in the day, Josh Gibson. He goes, I heard Josh Gibson hit it, and I said that's the same sound. And then I thought, I'm watching this yesterday. I thought, he goes, and then Tom Segura. He said Bo Jackson, but I wanted him to go Tom Segura.
Same thing.
It was such an intense. And Leanne goes, I remember Leanne was like, I want to see the video. I said, you really don't. You really don't. It is. But here's what's crazy is I'm sure Tom has watched the video 150 times.
Has he?
I mean, I'm certain he has. I know that.
I don't know.
I mean, it was so intense. But here's what's intense is that the aftermath is what I don't think any of us knew the weight of what happened.
No.
So we said very quickly, I got home and Leanne was like, what's wrong with you? And I said, Tom was in an accident. She goes, God damn it. It's those everyone called me thinking it was a car accident.
Well, I'm you know what though? I'm grateful it wasn't, and I thought it was going to be because he's been taking these McLarens out and these fancy cars, and all I hear is like, oh yeah, Tom's doing 150 miles per hour in the fucking car. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like because he hasn't done stand-up all year. I get it.
Yeah.
There needs to be a charge. You have to get something out of life, some zang. And I'm like, he's going to fucking harm himself. It was on the horizon. So I'm like, how is this going to manifest? This reckless itch he has.
We were supposed to do something with Laird Hamilton and Gabby Reese.
I like those two a lot.
I love them. And by the way,
they're cool.
I think they may be really helpful in Tom's recovery. They do a lot of pool exercises.
Oh God.
And so we were something to do something, and Tom goes, "Oh, what's their address?" And I texted it to Tom, and he goes, "Oh, there's great driving streets around there. I'll get a McLaren." And I was like, "That's how we're gonna fucking die."
Yeah.
Just Tom flying, just going.
Because, my husband is a really steady, calm person, okay? In real life, he's really steady, but I think he's got this itchy asshole. Because it's got to come out somewhere. Like you and I like to drink, you like to drink.
Yeah.
You and I can be sober right here and be like, and it's the best time ever.
Yeah.
Tom doesn't do that.
It's like him and Leanne are dead inside almost.
Yeah.
Like, and then you got to like draw out life, and then when you get it, you're like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
It's like getting a shark to bite onto the boat. You're like, how did that happen? It was circling for so long.
So true. That's so true.
I do not understand when Tom goes, I'll eat edibles and then I'll have another one. I go, what's the edible? Is like once
It's
you do
not
it,
fun.
then all the action is done.
Yeah, it's
You're
the
like,
joy
I
of
did
getting
it.
drunk.
It's the joy of like going like, this is my third cup of coffee. I don't even enjoy this. But I know that if I take one more sip, I can charge it. Just go.
Totally. Like, okay, you eat the edible and then it's done. Your drug experience. Like, I don't want to just sit there. Like, I want to okay, I've been drinking alone since forever. Like, I know you're not supposed to.
Drinking alone is so
the
underrated.
best, yeah.
Especially when you go highballs. Like, I remember, I feel like I put my friend into rehab because I was like, he was like, I moved to New Jersey. I don't have any friends out here. I'm bored. And I said, have you thought about drinking alone? He was like, what? I said, go find a cocktail that you've never had at all, and then go buy the ingredients, take it to your house, and just make yourself that cocktail all night. And he was like, I've always wanted a gin fizz. I was like, go do it.
You can do it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. To
It's
just sit
so
there and drink by
fun.
yourself and be like, shut. I remember the guy that introduced me to drinking by myself, Ben Seberg. Shout out to Ben Seberg.
Yeah.
He was like, what do you want to do tonight? It was a Tuesday. I said, I don't know. He goes, want to get drunk? I go, it's a Tuesday. He goes, that means nothing. And he was like, let's make martinis. And we tried to figure out the recipe to martinis all night long.
I don't know how to do it.
And we were wasted. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. We didn't even do anything.
Dude, I mean, isn't that one of the joys of leaving your parents' house when you're 18? Is that now you can drink and smoke cigarettes inside. That's what I loved the best.
My God.
Right?
When I got to college, I was like, the one thing, I remember I've said this so many times, J-Bo Beer let me and our friends and his brother.
J-Bo?
J-Bo Beer. Shout out to
J-Bo Beer.
J-Bo Beer. His brother Scott.
Is he from
Beer.
Florida?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's definitely
sounds
Florida.
like a Florida
He's
name.
hardcore fucking Florida.
Bo Bear?
Beach house at Indian Rocks, Florida. Like, yeah.
Does he say like my daddy? Like he's
No.
one of those?
No.
Does he wear
what was his dad's
a
name?
seersucker?
No, his
That's
dad
like-
was a fucking badass too. The Bo Beers were like the family that you go party at their house. Their parents were, I think the parents were older.
Those were always the best people to be friends with. You could ditch school, go get high at their house.
Oh,
Parents are like, if you're gonna do it here. Like,
Jay had a
okay.
van with captain seats that was always at the house, and Scott every now and then would take. Jay was older than us. Scott would let us we'd take out the chair, and it was like they always
What
had
do you
cold
take
beers.
out?
A van with an old school van, conversion van with captain seats.
So rad.
You get in that thing for the weekend and be like, this is gonna be the greatest weekend of our lives. We're finger fucking all night. But I remember J-Bo Beer. We went up our senior year of college, or high school. We went up to go visit Florida, right, to see if we wanted to go to Florida. J-Bo Beer got out of bed. We were staying in his room in SAE. He got out of bed, and there was a
SAE's a frat, right? Is that what you belong to?
Yeah, smoking hot chick in his bed, and he got up and he was like, "I gotta go to class." And he left, and the girl stayed in his bed.
No.
And I'm sitting there, I'm watching, like, there's a girl in his bed. He's got a girl in his bed when
Was
he
he
comes home.
hot?
And then he was like, he gets home, and she was gorgeous.
No, was he hot?
He's a good-looking dude. Not now, but good-looking dude. Sorry, Jay. I mean, he's still an attractive man, I guess. You know, if you're on Facebook, you're looking for...
But he didn't age well?
No.
Like,
He just lost all
is
his hair.
Is he
It's all.
fat?
No. He's good-looking. He's in good shape. Bo Beers were always in good shape. And his brother was in Playgirl. I swear to God.
I'm
His
still
brother, my
laughing.
friend Scott Bobier, was in Playgirl when we were in college. Playgirl in
What?
college, and he had a piece on him. He took nude photos. We were in college, and he should have shoot for Playgirl. He went to UCF. He was a Pike there, and he did a picture with an orange by his cock. He was like, ladies?
But here's the thing. Do you think ladies bought Playgirl? Like,
I bought it.
I think that's who buys it is
I
dudes.
bought it. I bought it twice. I bought it when Scott was in it, and when Brad Pitt was in it. I was in New York. I was like, I gotta see his cock. I gotta see his cock.
Wait, Brad Pitt was in Playgirl?
Brad Pitt was in Playgirl.
Google
Pull up new
that.
naked pictures of Brad Pitt.
I would
He's
love
got a nice
to
dick.
see his dick. I think we should be allowed to see people's genitals. I wish people would, like, athletes should play nude. Basketball should be done nude. I want to see people's genitals.
So there's a book.
No.
Yeah. Look at
Oh
that.
my God.
Look at that.
Dude, he's
I mean,
so
it's no Owen Gray,
perfect.
but it's a good dick on a good body. That's 6'2".
Oh, I thought you meant he posed for these. These were
No. He's walking around going like, I'm going to go get breakfast. Oh, by the way, I'm jacked and I have a hog on me.
God, he's so hot.
He is gorgeous.
Perfect.
He is gorgeous.
And he even looks perfect now.
Type in Bert Kreischer naked. Let's see what we got.
Wait, and Brad Pitt's like an alcoholic. Like he doesn't treat himself well, and he still looks like that.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. Bert Kreischer naked, and that's what comes
To pull Playgirl out.
Who are you?
Pull Playgirl out.
See how gay that pose is, though? I don't like those poses on men. I like how the gay.com.
Jesus. Oh, yeah, there's me naked with Doug Stanhope. Oh, yeah, okay, that's a bad idea. Let's pull these down.
Yeah, let's
Wait,
not
what were
do
we talking
that.
about before this? We were talking about Brad Pitt naked.
It made
I've
me
seen
laugh.
hogs.
Hold on, I'm still getting over the fact that like you go, Leanne and Tom are dead inside. It's not true.
Oh.
They're just more subdued. Like here's the thing with Tom is that he's steady. Like the highs aren't too high and the lows aren't too low.
And it's
so that's
great
why
when
he
you-
acts out.
When you get
like
them
that.
up high, then you're like,
It's
shut
so
the fuck
fun.
up.
I know. He doesn't get excited. Like he got excited about something a couple weeks ago, and I was like, because I get excited about everything.
I
like,
get excited about everything, too.
yeah, Postmates. Like everything's fun. You know, it can be.
I've seen him at his lowest.
Where? Which one? When he OD'd? When he was 17?
No.
When he fell during basketball?
I'll tell you. No,
When he was in the
no.
ambulance?
In the medical transport.
Oh no! Don't.
In
No,
the
we're gonna
medical
go back to this.
transport.
Now I'm gonna start crying again.
He looked at me. He looked at me, Tommy
Bert.
eyes, and said, "I'm never gonna jump again." And I go, Tom, and then he goes, "I'm never playing basketball again."
No.
And then I looked at him and I go, "Hey, me too, asshole. After watching what happened to you, I'm staying off the court also. You fucked all of us up, big guy. None of us are playing basketball."
No, I'm and now even I'm so overly cautious. Just like I did Pilates or when I'm like,
Oh my God.
and I'm like, oh
Did
my
our no God fuck. Did our spouses marry the exact same person? I'm so overly cautious today. I was like, I think I'm tearing my Achilles heel. I'm
like so nervous to even do like little weights. I'm like, am I gonna break my arm? I'm gonna die.
I want you to see this.
I'm gonna end up in the hospital like my husband.
You ready to see this? This is gonna blow your mind. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can expand it. What day do we play basketball?
Tuesday.
December 1st.
I'll never forget it.
December 1st.
Dude, no.
Yeah, December 1st.
That was December
1st. I weighed 257 pounds.
You weighed yourself before the game.
I weighed myself because I was like, because I can't say exactly what we were doing, but I was like,
Yeah.
I think weight's a key in this. I wonder what my weight is. And I said to Tom when we play basketball, I said, I am the fattest I've ever been in my life. In my life, this is, I want you to see, this
Wait,
is
what's the number?
257.
That's the fattest you've ever been. Is 250. See,
257.
I can't scale that as a woman. I'm like, because if I weighed that
257.
much, I would be bedridden. I don't think.
May 15th, I was 252. That's the close. That was my first highest. 257 was the fattest. I would just pull up pictures from Tuesday. 257. I witnessed what happened to Tom
Yeah.
and realized, and we had to deal with a lot of, great. Yeah, just pull up
How
all
Tom
the-
and Bert got fat. There's.
How Tom and Bert got fat. That's a good episode.
So wait, are you saying did you gain weight?
Today I'm 242. I was
Wow.
257 a week ago.
And this
Today
is.
I'm 242.
But you stopped drinking.
We were talking about that. I stopped drinking because I've always been under this illusion that because I lost weight in the weight loss challenge partying,
Yeah.
that I could always do it partying. And once
Oh right.
remember I called you and I said this sucks. I'm not drinking right now. It's like
I know.
it was December 1st. It was
I
the
know.
first day of my sober December.
I know, but I was like, just drink. Like, you have to drink. Listen, this was a massive tragedy. This was a bad thing. You can't be like, I'm sticking to my fucking diet when when tragedy happens.
I did it.
You
Thank
can't.
God, because I was available the next day. Because I would not have been available at fucking 7 in the morning to start looking up wheelchairs.
That was the best.
Oh
wait,
by
let's
the way,
back
it's
up.
nice to wake up with a little bit of fucking direction. When Push texted me, she goes, "We need wheelchairs." I'm like, "All right, I know what I'm doing. Here we go." And then I start Googling wheelchairs, and I'm like, "Ooh, I got my eye." I told you to text you. I got my eye on a really nice transport. It's a pretty good. It's good looking. It's a plus size. It's nice. And then my dad calls me. He goes, "You're not buying goddamn wheelchairs for him."
Here's the thing: is that you and I are such retards that between the two of us, like our thinking was not clear, and Leanne was the only one who was like, "You and I were like, okay, how are we gonna get him upstairs?" And then we're like, wait, we can't bring him upstairs. Let's get a wheelchair. Okay, like we've already planned out. You went and bought him snacks.
I bought him snacks. I bought him calcium, vitamin D. I bought him everything. I went to the, you know what? But my brain works sometimes because I bought a lifting belt. Do you remember that? I went to, I love getting given it in emergency situations. I like getting direction. And you said, he's gonna need something. I forget what you said. Can you go to Rite Aid? He's gonna need something. I forget what it was. But you were like a real direction, like.
Oh, we need a chart. We need an extension. We
needed an extension cord.
Okay, here's what happened though. Okay, so let me phrase it. So there was a point where Tom was injured. He has a broken arm. His knee is just not moving, and we have to get him into our house, into our basement, and then the next day get him to the orthopedist. And this is a guy who can't move. I can't lift him. You need to put perspective on the fact that oh my God,
anything that would help you move is broken on him.
Yeah, he can't, and it's both the same side. So he can't use crutches. He can't do shit. It's
the same side, so you can't throw a crutch under that arm. And so it was, we got to a certain point where we're like, so you're cool living here for like 3 years, right? And I like, I'm very careful because he said some fucking hilarious shit during all of this that he did not find funny at the time. He was not laughing. He was not laughing at all at so many. I mean,
oh my God,
so much of this was so comical. Tom doesn't like being recognized. And so I want to save it all for Tom to tell because it's his story and I was just there to witness it. I will just safe to say that when someone says to Tom, who's got a broken arm, broken leg, and he's in a wheelchair strapped into a van that smells like cigarettes, and he goes, so what do you do for a living? The last thing Tom wants to tell him is what he does.
Yeah.
And the second to last thing Tom wants is me next to him going, we're comedians. Tell me a joke.
You did not.
Tell me a joke.
That's the fucking worst.
There was so much of this. He was making me laugh so hard at certain times. And there was so much. By the way, I have to say, shout out to every fucking nurse out there, every doctor, every PA. I don't know all the things. EMTs. I talk about perspective. I walked out of that hospital that day and I was emotional, thinking these people are legit, like dealing with me and Tom, right? But they're also dealing with COVID and they're dealing with all these stresses and they're getting through it and they're making us feel comfortable when it's them that I'm worried about. And I said to this
and they're working in the ICU with COVID patients. Do you realize what kind of person that is that goes, oh, that's where the horrible thing is happening? Let me go there. That's not me.
It's not.
I'll be like,
definitely not me. I saw a dude with COVID walk in, and I went, are we going to light him on fire? Like, what the fuck? Dude, this poor guy, eyes like this, Mexican dude, probably 65, right? I mean, out of it. And then I heard didn't speak any English, and his daughter, I'm saying daughter because she was younger and Mexican, but the person who was like, he didn't have a mask on, and they had to put a mask on him, and I'm thinking, oh, this is the problem with this disease. The communication has not been spread everywhere, and this guy is maskless going like, how did I get sick? Like, literally, you could see it in his eyes, like, and they're like, she's like, his temperature's 102, I'm pretty sure it's COVID.
Oh my
and he doesn't have a
God.
mask on, and everyone's like, what
are
the
you
fuck?
doing?
And then she put a mask on him, and he just kept pulling it down. And she's like, papi, or I'm making that up, but whatever. She was like, oh, mira, papi.
Ay, papi, no.
Que facha en boca y nosa. And he was like, que do.
Fuck. I'm all fucked up. It's COVID.
I'm full. Hey, I'm full. God
I'm so
damn it. This COVID got me tripping, Holmes. Where's little monster? I'm sure that's racist.
Probably. Listen, man.
I keep pushing the table back and putting the mic into your mouth, and you're like, what is this, college again?
Hey, you know what's really great about Tom's injury? The one plus side? It's not blowjob season anymore.
Oh.
I'm out of that for at least 2 weeks, dude.
Oh,
like, we've been joking about it when I go visit him. I'm like, you want me to give you a BJ? And he's like, babe. Like, he can't even get up to shit.
In 7 days. By the way, And I'm just setting up great Tom stories. When he does tell you the story about shitting, I was crying laughing.
So horrible.
It's so funny because it goes back to the difference between Tom and Leanne and me and you is like someone said to me something like when's Tom made you laugh the hardest? And I go, oh, it's never when he's trying to make me laugh. It's when he's being himself and he doesn't know he's being funny and he just says something like does a double take and looks at someone and then looks at you and you're like,
yeah.
I was fucking crying laughing that whole ER. There was a woman, this is a part of the story that I think is fair to share. So they take Tom in to go get x-rays and they leave me in Tom's fast track room. A fast track room is just a room that's secluded but it's got a curtain and you're with 9 other fast track people, but you can't see them, but you can hear them. And it's kind of like a fun game show. I don't know why that's not a game show.
Guess the injury. These people are dying of.
It's really great when they speak Spanish and you don't know Spanish totally. So I'm waiting for Tom because I hear this woman crying, right? All I hear is, pero. And I'm like, what? And I'm waiting for Tom to get back. And I'm like going, what the fuck? And then I just hear this woman crying, like screaming Bloody Mary. She's 2 beds down next. And I'm like, I'm listening to this woman. It sounds like they're assaulting her with like torturing her.
Yeah.
And I'm just going like, someone translate what the fuck happened. And then Tom just rolls in from his x-ray, hears it too, and he goes, someone was attacked by some dogs. And I go, pero. I was like, fuck, where were you earlier? I needed you. And then he told me, he's like, oh yeah, 3 dogs, pretty aggressive. They're cleaning the wounds. You don't hear her? And I'm like, no, I can't speak Spanish, Tom.
I know. You know what was fun when he was in the hospital is I love to wander around and peek inside the rooms and see if I can guess what's going on. And there was one woman who was laying in bed with like a balaclava on her head. Do you know what I'm talking about? What Pussy Riot wears? Those shit over their head so that like it was like a ski mask.
Is baklava?
A balaclava? Is that what they're called?
What's baklava?
Like those are called
Pussy Riot.
balaclavas.
It's called balaclava?
What are those called?
It's called ski masks.
Yeah, balaclava.
Balaclava.
Pussy Riot?
Dude, and some fucking psycho like lady was wearing that shit on her face. I'm like, is this how she thinks she's gonna prevent getting COVID in the hospital? Oh. This psycho, yeah, and then it's just such a nightmare when you're like, and it's all old people.
I sat next to a woman.
Fuck that.
The holidays are here. Have you made your wish list yet? Our sponsor today has the #1 wished for gift this year, Manscaped, the best in below and above the belt grooming. Manscaped is here to ensure that you take care of your manhood, your nose hairs with their new performance package. No ho-ho-hos, fella. Naughty or nice, 'tis the season to perform. I absolutely love Manscaped. I have 2 bits in my new hour where I talk about the Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0 with the replaceable ceramic blade. By the way, I use it so much. I know that. Look, here's the deal. You're in luck. Manscaped's performance package is the ultimate in men's hygiene bundle, and it makes the perfect gift. Imagine opening an attractive box. It's going to say, your balls will thank you. The most sought-after gadget in the world, 9,000 RPM powered motor with a 360-degree rotor blade. That's for your ears and hose. That's a weird weed whacker. Look, I'm telling you right now, this is the gift you want to get your friends, your dad, your brother-in-law, anyone who's got hair on them. This is the gift. Their weed whacker is the go-to for me when it comes to my balls. Get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com/bears. Thank you, Manscaped, for making all my holes look sexier this year. Get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com/bears. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com/bears. What are you waiting for? Go whack your weeds and make Santa proud. I know that none of you watch porn, but in case any of you have friends that do, you might want to pay attention to this. With everything going on in the world, governments have increased their surveillances. They're using devices to track your location, movements, and in many countries, your internet activity. You do not want to be caught with your pants down, gentlemen. Trust me. And the best way to do this is to keep your online browsing activity private by using Expressvpn. When you use Expressvpn, your internet connection is rerouted through a secure encrypted server so you can surf the internet and the web anonymously without anyone looking over your shoulder. Look, I know you're probably thinking you can do it incognito mode. No one can see what you're watching. It's literally the best way to watch Pornhub, but you're wrong. Even when you go into incognito mode, the internet provider like Comcast, AT&T, they see every single website you visit. And if you live on campus and you use a shared Wi-Fi, the network administrator can see it too. And to be honest with you, that's kind of fucking scary. That's why I use ExpressVPN whenever I go online. And I recommend all of you do the same. Without ExpressVPN, you're giving people a free license to peek over your shoulder and see all the creepy shit you're looking at. So protect your privacy today and get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Visit expressvpn.com/cave. That's expressvpn.com/cave for 3 months free with a 1-year package. Visit expressvpn.com/cave to learn more. I said when I've hurt myself somehow. I ruptured my testicle in New Jersey at a place called Action Park. Class Action Park is what they call it.
What do you mean you ruptured
Traction.
it?
I landed on my testicle and it
How did you
ballooned
land?
up. I called Drew. I landed on my testicle.
What do you mean you land?
There was a slide. Type in slides Action Park and you'll see it and you'll go, that doesn't look safe. This Action Park is fucking chaos.
Oh my God.
So this is the place, right?
Dude.
No, this is real. This is very real.
Wait,
3 people
that?
died in that slide.
You can't do
That's
that.
true. That's true. No, people died in that slide.
Wait, you can't do that.
No, I know they've taken it down since, but people died in that slide. So one of the slides goes off a cliff. This is the most poorly thought out slide in the world. It's like a high dive, right? 30 feet in the air. It's not that one, and it just spits you out off of a high dive. So like it's a slide. Next to it is a high dive where people are jumping 10 meters out up in the air. But the slide also spits you out, so you go off the high dive not knowing how to control your body.
Oh my God.
And I landed on my testicle. It balloons up. I had to push. It got so bad. They were like cunty follow the rules girls that are like 17 years old, and they're like, sir, we're gonna need to see the injury. And I was like, ladies, you're 17. I'm not showing you my testicles. And they're like, please drop your pants now. And I just pulled my dick and balls out, and these children were like, no God, and ran out. By the way, I filmed it because I was like, I'm not showing my dick to a minor unless I'm fucking, you're forcing me to do this? And like, sir, please drop your pants and show us the affected area. We have protocols, sir. And it's like, this is your summer job, honey? And I'm about to turn it into a fucking nightmare. And I pulled my pants down. She's like, down. Where's his penis? And it's cold water. And just ran out.
Wow.
She goes, you need to go to the hospital, and left.
But how did they treat your testicle?
So they bring me in there. They do a bunch of x-rays, MRIs, or whatever.
So your balls?
They do all this stuff.
Wait, they took an x-ray of your nuts?
Everything.
Did they have to compress it like in the mammogram machine? Like, nah. No? How did they x-ray your nuts, dude?
I don't remember. I was a little out of it.
Yeah.
I was panicking.
Did it hurt? It must have hurt so bad.
No, my nuts hurt really bad.
Yeah.
My nuts hurt so bad.
Did it get so super big, like bigger than your dick?
Oh, I have pictures of it. I posted pictures. Type in Bert's nutsack, and type in Bert's balls, and then Whitney Cummings.
Poor Whitney. How did she get dragged into this?
You'll see. I stand with Whitney. Click that. These are my testicles. Yeah.
Wow. Now is that?
Click the picture so you see
Wait a minute.
That's cold. That's cold water. That's cold water. So like you know how nuts seize up. Clip the picture so you can see the picture.
Whose hand is that?
That's my hand.
Okay.
And so that was my balls. And if they were, and that's frozen, like cold balls where they're just out of a pool, like shrinkage balls. And so, yeah.
Fuck,
so,
dude. So is your nut like fucked up?
no. So I go to the hospital.
Damn.
And how many likes did that get?
Is that really your balls? Are you being serious?
18,000. I swear to God. I swear to God.
They're super dark. They're darker than I thought they'd be.
Sidebar to this, which is very interesting. Whitney Cummings was coming out and saying that she was getting, someone was leaking nude photos of her.
Yeah.
And I posted this with the I stand with Whitney, and that happened to be the day Whitney Houston died. And so I
People
was
were like,
trending with all this I stand with Whitney. And all these black women were like,
Oh my
not what I wanted to
God.
see. Church.
It looks. Ryan Sickler there wrote. It looks like your nuts died a month ago.
It was bad.
It looks like your balls died a month ago. Nice cuticles though.
Yeah,
Leave
my
it to a
cuticles look
comic
good.
to ruin that.
So
Is the sperm okay in there? Like
everything's
does it,
fine.
Okay.
I go into the hospital and they're like, you're gonna be fine. It's the swelling's gonna reduce. And that was right when it happened. It got bigger.
Ugh.
And then they take my blood pressure. My blood pressure is like 150 over 110. Because I've been partying
that
hard.
bad?
I'm doing Birth to Conquer. We're doing slides
Oh,
every day.
yeah.
It's all over the place. And they go, we can't let you leave. And I was like, I told Tommy this
no.
in the hospital because his blood pressure was perfect. His heart rate. They're like, are
I
you
know.
sure you have a heart? And they're like 20
His
beats per minute
blood-
is really slow.
Yeah, he's always low. It's weird, but
It's
anyway.
so frustrating when they're like, sir, do you drink? And he was like, nope. And then I go, you're not lying either.
Not
He's
lying.
like, do you smoke? And he's like, nope. And I'm like, fuck, you're telling the truth right now?
But what's considered drinking? Because I feel like when they ask me that, I'm like, well, I mean, not pretty much every day, but not like, what's considered drinking? Do you drink? I'm like, well, yeah, like 2 glasses of wine, like every night.
I might be the wrong sounding board for this question.
That's true. Can I tell you the best part of the whole incident, though? When you guys were at my house,
You're going to have to sell all his
night.
cars. You can't drive them for a year with his foot out the fucking window.
I know. Don't remind me of that. Is when Leanne was sitting at the edge of the bed. I think this was the next morning. And she's like, this is really gonna suck.
Yeah.
This is gonna suck. And Tom's face was like, yeah, no shit, Leanne.
This is what's wrong with my wife. We fucking, I mean, to save the story so that we can tell it all in one telling.
Yeah.
Suffice to say, Bert Kreischer and Lindsay, Twink Lindsay, get Tom from point A to point B, and Tom doesn't help. Okay.
He can't.
Like I want Tom to tell the story, but we get him there. It's been tough.
Yeah.
Finally, we get him to a place where we can put his body for a period of time.
Yeah.
We are sweating. He's breathing hard. We're all like, fuck, thinking we're okay, we're good. And Leanne just goes, well, this is going to suck for a long time. We're like, gee, thanks, Georgia Plum. I appreciate you keeping it real all of a sudden. She's like, what? That's what I see? Call it like I see it, huh? Look at him. He's overweight. He's going to get fatter. Tell you that right now. She did. She said you're going to balloon up. You're going to balloon up. You got to watch what you eat. And then Push comes down and she goes, Tommy, are you hungry? I made corn muffins with Nutella on them. She goes, shouldn't be eating that. Hell no.
Because when tragedy strikes, I bake. I always cook. I'm like, my dog died. The first thing I did was make cookies because you have to soothe the feelings, the bad feelings somehow. I got to eat them or I have to drink them. I can't just feel them.
They looked so good.
Yeah.
And you were like, Bert, have one. And I was like, no, he needs his strength right now.
I forgot I even did that.
Fuck. They looked so good.
Yeah,
And they smelled so good.
good.
And then we left.
Yeah.
She goes, Nutella? Who puts Nutella on a biscuit?
Yeah.
And I was like, a lot
Foreigners.
of people, Leanne.
Yeah.
I go, not everyone. She made fucking biscuits this weekend.
Yeah.
Like, or not biscuits, but like muffins and put nothing on them. And I was like,
What?
And I'm like,
What's
where's
the
the fucking
point?
Nutella? And she goes, I don't have no Nutella. And I was like,
Or butter.
Butter. I
Yeah.
put sticks of butter inside. I cut little slits in them, little vaginas, and I shoved them with butter. And she's like, well, you ruining the biscuit. And I was like, oh, come on.
Can I tell you why I think you guys are going to be together forever, though? So,
Why? Because when she said that to Tom, I go, shut your fucking mouth.
yes.
What the fuck are you saying to him? Why the fuck would you say that to Tom right now? That's
Yeah.
not what he needs to hear.
Yeah.
We're supposed to uplift him, not go, shit.
Yeah.
I hope they keep that arm. Don't look like they're going to keep that arm now. I'm telling you.
Why does she turn into Country Bear Jamboree all of a sudden?
I'm on a fucking.
You're on a tear there. But here's the deal, man, is that because you and Leanne are so open with each other, like you guys just say crazy shit. And Tom and I are more restrained with each other. Like we won't just say everything. We're nicer to each other. But I don't know what's better. I feel like we're both going to stay together forever.
I think we will. I think. I don't know. You know, Leanne.
Because you guys say crazy shit.
Oh, she says stuff like hurtful stuff, and I go, hey, you don't need to tell people that. Like, and she goes, well, what would I lie? And I go, yeah, lying's good right now.
Right, like tenderize it.
I told you the first time I was ever in a play. We just started dating, and we had just done a play, my first play ever. I get in the car, I'm with her. We just started dating, like maybe 2 months, 3 months, and I said, I'm really proud of myself. Right? Didn't mess up once. Get in the car, look at her. I go, what did you think? She goes, you suck. And I was like, I'm just saying you can't act. You can't act. That's all I'm saying. You can't act. That's all I'm saying. I go, what? She goes, you don't listen. You ain't listening. You just up there yapping. And I'm like, who the fuck is this person? She goes, what? Am I supposed to lie? You want me to lie?
She does not lie. That's what I love.
She doesn't
about
lie.
her.
She doesn't lie. And I fucking hate it.
Yeah, because you want some white lies.
Well, it's like, yeah.
Well, yeah, when your spouse like, am I fat? No, you look better than you did 20 years ago. You lie.
Yeah.
You fucking lie.
She's lost a ton of weight, and I go, and she's like, what do I look like? And my truth is, I thought you were always beautiful. But the truth is like, you look better than when you were fat.
Of course.
Like, but I'm never, What would I say that? Like, why would? But she'll
Can't
say to
say
me,
that.
like, I mean, you. Like she said to me, you outgrew your dick. And
Wait,
I put it in a special. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, your body's too big for your dick. Your dick wasn't meant for a 240-pound man, 257-pound man. Your dick's meant for 100. My dick, Brad Pitt's dick on me does not fit. It looks gross. It looks like a tiny dick. But on that body, it looks like a good dick.
You know, I've never thought of it that way. You're right.
I've seen Tom's dick.
Yeah.
He outgrew his dick too. Not hard, but soft. We both outgrew our dicks. I've seen Tom's dick up close. We have the exact same dick. We both saw each other's dicks. I swear to God, we both saw each other's dicks, looked up and go, we have the same dick.
Really?
The same dick. The same dick. We're not hard, but we saw each other's dick soft and went, hey, we have the same dick.
That's crazy. But I never thought about dick size proportionate to the body size. You're right. It would make total sense that your dick would look bigger or smaller depending on how big you are.
Think about when a neighborhood, everyone starts building up their houses. And then what was once an 1,800 square foot good house, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, now looks like a fucking squatter.
Yeah, that's so true, bro. Wait, but back to Leanne, whom I love so much.
I love her too,
and she's
however.
Great. Yeah, no, but here's the deal. Here's what I like about your relationship with Leanne, is that she, I feel, is the one person in your life, Bert, that you can be 100% honest with, truthful with, because you're a little more restrained with other people, right? Like confrontations and stuff.
I don't like confrontation at all.
Neither do I. I'm not very great at it, but I like that you got, like, it's such a good testament to your relationship that you can let it fly with Leanne, and you don't feel like that's going to jeopardize the relationship. You're not threatened by that with her, and that's fucking huge.
There's a lot of pluses. You know, it's so interesting in all of this that we went through, to find people's strengths and to find where people find strength. And one of the things I love about Leanne is when I got home, I said, hey, Tom's really hurt. Like, we may need to head down there. And she was like, okay. Yeah. And like, but that's Leanne. Great. Like, she goes, so for all the shit I talk about her, she was like, of course, let's go. And she's like, Push can't do this by herself. She can't. Let's get down there. And then we get down there, and I'm like, and she tells the girls, hey, we may spend the night down there. I don't know what's going on. We'll assess the situation. But then Leanne gets up the next morning. She's like, hey, get up. Push is gonna need you. Oh. And she's like, I got podcasts. I'm gonna cry again. This. And she's, but that's, Leanne is a worker in, like, she excels taking care of someone. Yes, and I needed that. Like, you and I both, because I think you and I both go into super tired mode. Like, I was in such shock. I had my baby sleeping upstairs. I'm alone with my children. And to get that call that your husband's in the hospital when you're alone with your babies and you can't go to your husband, it's and like it caught you so off guard. You're so vulnerable. Just to be fair, I have no idea. Your initial reaction was, what are you two morons doing? Yeah. And I was like, Push, it's pretty serious. Yeah. Because the call from you, and here's what I expected when Bert calls me, and I know you two are doing something. Okay, Push. Who's got a bigger dick? Or like, okay, Push. Who can do this better? Like, I was expecting it to be like a stupid Bert question, and then instead it's, no, your text was the best. It was like, everything's okay. Tom's in the hospital. like the phrasing of it was not okay. It was like, everything's fine. Tom hurt himself. He's in the hospital. I'm like, no. Oh, it was crazy because my favorite one of those was the next morning. Charlie called. So for everyone that doesn't know, Charlie is Tom's probably oldest friend in LA, maybe out there. They went to college together. And we all know Charlie. Charlie's how Tom and I know each other. And Charlie's one of all our close friends. And Tom sent a text saying, I'm not doing my shows. And Charlie called me and he goes, what happened? And I was like, I got to tell the story. But before I tell the story, I'm going to have some fun with Charlie. And I go, oh, it's bad. And he goes, tell me. I said, we were skydiving. And he goes, are you fucking serious? I go, his chute didn't open. Listen, he can talk. He's fine. And Charlie's like, what? By the way, I did that to everyone. I had so much fun. When everyone called me, I was like, all right, so we got these motorcycles. And they're like, oh my God, what the fuck are you two driving motorcycles for? And I was like, Tom's never ridden one before, but I told him he could do it. What the fuck? And I'm like, okay. So we got into this jujitsu class. What the fuck? It was so much fun. Anytime someone called, I had so much fun. And I was the go-to. Everyone called me. I know, me too. And also, like, to anybody listening, like, if you know someone has just had a tragedy occur, like, don't make their life harder. Like, when people go, what's your address?
what's this? And don't ask me a million questions. And don't be like, what's your favorite snack food? What do you guys like to eat? I'm like, oh my God, my husband's in the hospital. I have 2 little kids. I don't care about you right now.
Yeah.
Just send them well wishes. Hey, I heard this happen. I'm sending you love and light. You know, here's some flowers. Great. But don't ask me question. It was just like, God, I'm not going to answer. What happened to him? How did that happen? When's he going to come? I'm like, dude, not right now. Like, give me a minute.
It was kind of disheartening to watch me in the ER with Tom and watch his phone blow up and mine do nothing. And I was like, I was with him. I saw it. Like, aren't you going to worry about me?
Yeah.
By the way,
what about my feelings?
The way he attacks life is so different than me. Like, he does not.
Let's talk about
He's
this.
not afraid of shit. Like, he was just very much like, this is what we got. I mean, I maybe everyone in that moment is like, this is what we got to do. But, like, he just was like, let's do it. And whereas
what do you mean? Like, he's injured. Let's call 911.
Call 911. Let's go to the hospital.
Let's get in the ambulance.
Hey, let's call that orthopedist. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's, like, whereas I would have been tapped out. I would have been like, you guys need to figure this out for me.
That's
like,
how
I have a
been
cardiologist
too.
appointment tomorrow that I've been dodging because I'm like, I just don't want to deal with it.
Wait, you got to go do that.
I know.
That's your heart.
By the way, I didn't cancel it because I was in the hospital with Tom, and they rolled someone in who had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I remember this older black woman. This appointment I'm going to is a CT scan. It checks out all your calcium in your blood, so it tells you if you're gonna have a heart attack or a stroke, and it's a preventative. She said to me when I walked in, I love when older black women give you advice.
Oh my God, they're like sages.
It's the greatest.
Or getting validation from an older black lady. Don't you feel like it means so much more?
The nurse,
if they tell you you're funny or something.
When I left the hospital, and I said to the nurse, I said, she was an older black woman, and I said, hey, just heads up, like, thank you for everything you're doing. And she was like, I'm not going to do the voice, but she laid it on. I'm not going to say it sounds horrible, but she was like, honey, that is everything I needed to hear today. Like, but she had like a real, like, she put it on, put a little spin, a little English on it with a little bit of attitude.
Yeah.
And it got me so emotional, I almost cried. But this woman at Cedars-Sinai at scanning was at the front desk, and she said, I was nervous the first time I ever did this CT scan. And I said, I don't want to be here. She goes, why? And I said, well, I don't want to find out bad news. And she goes, honey, it's better to be walking through those doors than rolled through those doors.
Wow.
And I'm sitting with Tom, who is just like, I mean, really kind of on it and dialed in to like, let's move things forward fast.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd be like, fine, just load me up with drugs. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Put me in the corner. I don't need anyone. I just don't want to deal with this. And they rolled someone in who had a heart attack. And I went, okay, I'm definitely getting my CT scan. I'm definitely seeing my cardiologist. I'm definitely losing weight. I'm like, everything was definitive. Like, I'm going to stop drinking this month. I hadn't drank. I was like, I'm not drinking this month. I'm going to get healthy this month. I'm going to lose weight. My joints, all our joints are fucking, my body wasn't meant to, I said, like, how could something like this happen? And someone goes, the doctor very flat looked at me. He goes, you know, you're not supposed to be 250 pounds. Like, and I was like, huh?
Dipshit, yeah.
He was like,
stupid fuck.
You know, your body wasn't set for that. Like, you're putting, like, it's like almost, all of a sudden I looked at my body like one of those Mad Max Thunderdomes where I just keep stacking shit on top of it.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we meant this for like a 1-bedroom, like, you can't just add shit to this.
Yeah, and the wear and tear. I mean, once you hit 40, it's a different ball game. And I've had 2 children too, so your body just gets so warped, and you have to really start taking care of it now. Like, you could trash it in your 20s and your 30s. After 40, you got to start rethinking.
I've been trashing it up to 48 pretty aggressively. I'm looking for a little bounce back. I'm like, I'm praying that, like, the damage I've done, because I get cardiologist appointments every year. I go to every 9 months.
You go every 9 months? And how are you? How was
I've been pushing this one since, like,
because you're afraid of your mortality. And
well, I had a cardiologist appointment in June. My blood pressure was good.
Okay, good.
But he's like, you need to get back quick because I want to do a CT scan on you and I want to do another.
What's
stress
the
test.
CT? That's like
they put you into a CAT scan machine and they just basically scan all your veins.
Oh, cool.
And arteries, so that if there's blockage, they find it and they can clear it up so that you don't have a stroke. And my biggest fucking fear when I'm partying on the road in the tour bus is I'm gonna wake up and my face will be thing and my arm won't work and that's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
And you're done. And you're like in some town where the doctors aren't great. And then yeah, and you guys like barbecue. Like, you guys are eating nothing but like fatty, salty meats at midnight, and it's good. I'm not gonna lie. You're the
That's
guy.
so
What's his
funny.
name?
Dave Williamson.
I mean, that fool can barbecue, son.
Yeah.
And you're like, go. I mean, yeah, it's a recipe.
Certain things
You're
that you
insane.
don't even like, and then your brain green lights them. Does this ever happen to you where your brain starts going like, hey man, just it's spring break, and so you're like, huh? You're like, you want a beer? You just got out of you just ran, kill a beer, get in the pool.
That's my problem, is that I reward myself like I'm really, really good, and then I'll be like, I just lost 2 pounds. I should eat cake now. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I've earned those cookies because I just lost 2 pounds. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
So today I was like, okay, like, and I not to dial everything into Rogan, but Rogan lives a very healthy lifestyle, but he also like moderate, but he also has fun, right? And that's the goal, is to be able, like Joe, where he has. Man, I don't even really know. Does people have like a glass of wine with dinner? I mean, that sounds like a joke, right?
I don't know.
What do they do? To stain their teeth? Like, why the fuck would you have a glass of wine? Have water, have your fucking dinner. Or eat, or drink a bottle and enjoy it and write a fucking joke. I don't understand a glass of wine. That's like people who drink decaf coffee. Are you just staining your teeth? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I know. I agree.
I don't understand people that don't get okay.
Yeah, like
back to Joe.
I know.
But like, so like I'm dieting, and what I'm doing is I'm eating straight up lean proteins and greens.
Okay.
That's it.
You're doing the lean diet.
Yeah, I'm down whatever 13, 10, 12, whatever I'm down.
Damn.
14 pounds right now.
Hold on. What do you have for breakfast?
I haven't. So I'm also
You're
fasting.
intermittent fasting.
I'm fasting until noon.
God damn it.
And then I have my dinner at 8.
Okay.
And I fast till noon. And then I have 2 meals. I have a lean protein and a green. But
So
then I have this
depressing.
metallic taste in my mouth with no pleasure. It's like
Yeah.
I sucked a robot's cock,
Yeah.
and I'm just going,
I know.
ha.
I know.
Ha. And then my brain's going, are we not treating ourselves today? We're sitting watching a movie with nothing in our hands, nothing in our mouth. Thank God for fucking liquid goddamn death. I've been raping these cans. I mean, fucking.
This is just it's soda water.
It's just this one's soda water. I've already drank all my waters. My waters are gone.
See, but that's the thing, is that because I'm the same way, where I need to be putting something.
I gotta put something in my mouth.
Yeah, to feel like life is worth living. But that's keeping us fucking overweight.
Yeah. So do skinny people just have metallic taste in their mouth all day?
Yeah.
And they're just like.
Well, they don't use their mouth for good times. They just don't understand what good times are. Do you know what I mean?
That is the funniest statement. They don't use their mouth for good times.
Yeah, we associate eating stuff
We use our mouth
for good times.
We're
yeah.
using our mouths and hands like nobody's business.
Yeah, but like, what do people do for fun then? Like, how am I supposed to feel joy?
Are for fun, okay?
But like,
Just so you know, you're not using these the way we're using these.
but like, what do people do? I don't know. But I like to eat so much.
I love to eat so much.
Me too. And I think about my next meal all the time.
I've been thinking about my 2 meals today that I get all day. That's all day. And Leanne made chicken in a Instapot. She goes, just so you know, I made chicken. And I go, so you already picked my meal for me? I'm like, I wanted to fantasize about it.
But I'm guessing that that's not healthy. Like, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, my kids are in bed. This is when I should drink my wine, and watch The Crown alone. But that's not what, I guess normal people don't. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to be like, what can I put in me now to make me feel better?
So what do they do then?
Wait, you're supposed to feel better on the inside without putting something. Ask Chris Larson. Chris, you don't drink or eat your feelings. What do you do to feel fun and good, that life is worth living?
I just, hang out with my friends, play games. I mean, that's about it.
Okay, you do know. You know what I feel like? I feel like he's in the Matrix right now. Like, there's a life out there where you can get high with your friends and drink with your friends and eat with your friends. I can take what you do and double down on it and make it even more fun.
It is so much more fun when you're drunk.
It's so much more fun. I don't understand, like, so like, Patton Oswalt said something that was like almost like the weirdest statement I've ever heard. I did a podcast with him right when the pandemic broke, and I said, it's been nice to slow down. And he goes, oh, I've never had the excuse. I've never been able to allow myself the excuse. And I thought he was going to say to get fucking blackout drunk by myself. And he said to sit and just read. And I went, huh?
What? Yeah.
I thought you were going to say suck your own dick. Like, I would be less shocked if you said, I've been trying to suck my own dick. And now since the pandemic, I can really focus on it and I can do it.
He's been practicing.
He's been
8
reading.
hours a day.
Reading.
Reading? Well, that's the thing. I tried to be productive at the beginning of this, but then my base animal instincts, like the anxiety kicks in, and then I think I'm just trying to quell feelings. I don't like having them. So when this happens, I was like,
I
anxiety.
swallowed some Xanax to take care of feelings.
Of course I did too. I took my gabapentin and I
What's gabapentin?
Oh, it's if you go to a psychiatrist and they can prescribe you the good stuff. Xanax is like
You're always so 2 steps ahead of me with anything medical.
gotta get in there because they can prescribe you like really good shit that's good for you. Because Xanax is like the escape hatch. If I take Xanax, it means I'm at a 20.
Oh yeah. I was at a 20 this morning. I said to Leanne, I'm tapping out last night, and I went into the bedroom sober because I can't if I start spinning, then I'm never falling asleep. So I'm like, I'm tapping out. I go into the bedroom sober. I listen to my new favorite podcast. I sent it to Tom.
Which one? The Dictators?
It is so great.
I'm so into it now because
so
yeah.
fucking great.
I love
It is
it.
the greatest podcast. I am obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Dude, Japanese people have dodged being the horrible humans they were.
Yeah.
Like,
They're such
have
cunts in the
dodged.
past.
They were so bad during World War.
I know.
Not Japanese people here, but Japanese people in Japan.
Yeah.
Japan was set up racist. Japan and Germany were the same shit. They were identical.
Yeah.
And Germans took a bullet. Like, you guys are racist. Fucking this and that, all the bad stuff you did. And then they're like, and then the Japanese people, just glad to have them on the team.
The Japanese were savage.
Savages.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they would beat. I've learned so much. I'm blown away with Kim Jong-il.
Yeah, me too. I'm on that one.
Not son, ill.
I'm on that
Ill.
one. Yeah.
This motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's
Good stuff.
I'm amazed with. Can I tell you what my obsession is right now?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a way to work it into a joke. Is regime control. So just so everyone knows, in order to maintain a regime, you got to keep your foot on the neck of your people.
Yeah.
Because if you ease off, they're gonna revolt and murder you in a way you're not gonna like.
Yeah. In a way you're not gonna like.
I watched the dude because now I'm obsessed with Papa Doc.
Yeah.
And then I started going like I'm going into. I can't wait till he does Sierra Leone.
I thought you say Stalin. I'm stoked for Stalin. I can't wait to hear that one.
Stalin wanted to be besties with Hitler.
Really?
Oh, you haven't gotten there yet?
Well, no, dude. I'm on Kim Jong-il right now.
Oh, it's so good.
But
And Hitler's like, oh yeah, we'll be besties. Suck this cock, Stalin. I'm fucking Hitler. That should not be pulled out. Shut the fuck up, Nadav.
No, we're isolating it for sure.
Can I tell you what happened to me that was so rad? Like, so this whole week's been a shit show. Horrible. I'm in the hospital with Tom. It's the day he's getting discharged from the hospital. He's going to go to
the
recovery
new
center.
place.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Let's treat ourselves. I'm going to order some fucking Matsuhisa. Like, this is like, to me,
Matsuhisa?
it's like the best sushi in Los Angeles. Nobu Matsuhisa. He's the guy that invented hamachi, jalapeno, miso. The guy's a fucking genius. I love it. So I ordered like just a spread, bro. I'm like, you're going to shit after this, homie. Fuck these laxatives. Like, you want to shit, you're going to shit. And I get everything. And I have a fucking hand roll, like a spicy tuna, just beautiful hand roll. And I bite into it. And this is what happens. Go ahead and bring up my Instagram. You know I have veneers.
Oh my God.
I have veneers. That happens. My right fucking veneer pops off into the hand roll. And I'm like, you got to be shitting me. They're going to discharge Tom from the hospital in 2 hours. I need to be there for him. So I go run down to the dentist. It's so painful. They have to inject it. It's horrible.
Oh my God.
And then I had to do that all in one day. And then watch my husband get put in a gurney and in the ambulance. And it was horrible. Yeah.
Oh my God. When did you get veneers?
Okay. So I knocked out my teeth, half my tooth as a kid. So I
Yeah.
always had to get bondings.
Okay.
And then 5 or 6 years ago, I decided to go upgrade that shit and get veneers. And they look great. But the problem is they're only 40% bonded on your tooth because of the nature of how they have to shave down the teeth under. So the likelihood of that happening is a lot. I'm surprised it hasn't happened more frequently, actually.
I've lost a number of I have bondings and I have veneers.
Where's your veneers?
These
The fronts?
two are veneers.
Because are those knocked out entirely?
Those are not. No, there are teeth there, but they're remnants of teeth.
Right, like they shave them down.
I have to get a crown put on my back one that I have been dodging. I told Tom, how long has it been? It's been, I want to say it's 8 months since I've needed to put this crown on. And I keep going, just keep putting it off, keep putting it off. And I see someone like you or Whitney that I go, Whitney does this. Like she goes, I'm sick, I'm going to the doctor. And I go, what
I just learned
the
that.
fuck?
No, I just learned that. I just learned that, right, Nadav? We talk about this where my mom's at, that I just learned that people go to the doctor and they get antibiotics and then they get better faster than if you ignore it. Yeah, I know.
They don't just go, oh, I'm getting sick, this is cancer, let me just hide it from everyone, and then I'll wait until I get better and then go.
You know what I had for the first time?
What?
A physical this past year. Never did that. Never.
You showed up in workout clothes? Wait, this isn't like physical. Oh, it's a physical. Oh!
Yeah.
Wait, so do you know Tom got a colonoscopy?
Yeah, we didn't even get the results of that yet because this tragedy happened.
What do you mean you haven't got the results yet?
So it happened, and then it happened right before Thanksgiving, and then they were like, Thursday you'll know. But then this whole thing happened, so
And
like
so
we haven't even heard. I don't know. He could be dying of colon cancer too, but I don't want to know right now.
Oh my God. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace, as well as my website. Burperbird.com is brought to you by Squarespace, as well as my wife's website. She did all of it by herself. And you can too. You can create a beautiful website, turn your cool idea into a brand new website, showcase your work, publish a blog or a podcast, or just content, sell products. If you're looking to sell products like we do over at burperbird.com, we have posters, t-shirts. My wife did all of this, and she did it super easy. She got to customize the look, the feel, the setting, the colors, just everything with a few clicks right out of the box. And this woman does not know what she's doing. She is literally, and she got stuck. And guess what's great about them? They have 24/7 award-winning customer service that helped her get through anytime she didn't know what she was doing. So here's what you want to do. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the promo code BEARS to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com and enter the code BEARS. Today's podcast is brought to you by Whoop. I am telling you, I'm doing dry December this month, and I would be useless without my Whoop. It gives you 24/7 personalized insights that quantify for me how well I perform, sleep, and recover. Whoop's like having a personal trainer on your wrist for less than $1 a day, and it knows everything about me. When I wake up, what my recovery score is to let me know then how hard to work out. I use the Strain Coach every day, and if I don't get within my Strain little targeted place, then I know I haven't worked out hard enough. Whoop is the best fitness tracker memberships I've ever seen. For just $30 a month, you get personalized insights 24/7 that quantify the data that help you understand your body on a deeper level. Whoop goes beyond just tracking calories, heart rates, and steps. It monitors sleep, strain, and recovery, all with personalized feedback in real time, all within their app. It's the biggest reason I recommend it to anyone who's trying to get in shape, especially over New Year's where you're going to do a resolution. Get yourself a Whoop. And for all our listeners right now, if you're thinking about giving Whoop a shot, this is their best deal to try it out and see if it's for you. Get your first month of Whoop for free when you sign up for their 6-month membership. Head over to whoop.com/bears to get started for $0. Join Whoop today. Sleep better, recover faster, and train smarter this season and beyond. I'm getting a colonoscopy because of him.
Shut up.
Because of him, because he did it, and I was like, I should probably get one.
Just because your bestie's doing it?
Well, no, because I just don't understand people who go, I see a problem, I'm going to take care of a problem.
Yeah. So, but do you need one yet? I think at 50 you have to start getting them.
Unless you're Tom, and he's like, actually, they lowered the age to 35, and I decided, why not get one? And I was like, what?
No, but he also has explosive intermittent diarrhea, like inexplicable diarrheas. And we're like, I've been nagging him for 7 or 10 years because every shit sounds terrible, Bert. Like I hear his.
They're called shits.
Well, they shouldn't all be disasters.
Those are bowel movements. The ones that sound good are bowel movements. When you shit, you shit. It's like shit.
Do you get caca under the rim?
It was my first joke in my special.
Oh.
Hey, big boy. Yeah, I have blowback where when you lift the seat, it looks like it's got freckles.
Yeah, but why?
I push.
You push hard.
I push real hard. I push real.
But why? Is it because you don't have enough fiber? Like, is it hard caca that you need to?
Well, what's funny is when I don't drink, it goes away entirely.
Yeah.
When I don't drink, I actually have my voice back. Today I was singing, and I was like, there's parts of my new hour where I need my voice, and if I'm partying and on the road, my voice just isn't there, and I just have been forcing it and hurting myself. Today I got off the treadmill and I was like, hey, I was like, what the fuck is that? Here's the 2 jokes that I needed. That's me, right? I can never get high, and I can't get that either. It's a dolphin joke.
So do you think these months off of partying and exercising, like, is this what's sustaining your life? Because when you're on the look, bro, I'll tell you what, Nadav, when I came in, the night after working with the 2 of the boys at the drive-in show, and I lived like you. I went in your tour bus when you guys were performing. I drank 2 cans of rosé or whatever. It's good rosé. And then I ate the barbecue that Matt, right? Dave Williamson made.
Yeah.
How did I look when I came in the next day?
Dog, you were all Crossfados, Barbados,
I was
homie.
Fucked up. Like,
real?
I was like, I'm so hungover. My head hurts. I feel like I'm dying inside. And like, you do that every night.
Every night, 23 nights in a row. Like, I go hard. Like, I'll go when we do these tours, it's every single night. And you're doing 2 shows a night. You're partying like that until 5 in the morning. You sleep until 3 in the afternoon. You get lunch. You take a nap. You try to run.
That's terrible.
I was thinking today I'm on the treadmill and I was like, and I'm running really fast. And I go, I wonder why. I wonder if this year, which has been the hardest on my body because of the touring with COVID's a little more aggressive.
Terrible. Well, because you have to be on the bus, right?
You have to stay on the bus. You're living on the bus.
Yeah.
And I go, I wonder if running's saving my life because I did run. I'm at 925 miles.
I would think that running at your weight might be bad on your body, right?
But right
like
now,
your
all my
joints?
muscles are built up because they've been carrying around a fat guy, and I lost 15 pounds. My body's like, hey, what the fuck happened, man? We should sing on this treadmill. I mean, I felt so good today.
Yeah.
I felt so fucking good on the treadmill.
Did you take a swimming pool shower or did you shower?
I did.
Leanne tells me
pool
that.
Shower.
You're so gross. You really are the gnarliest human.
Pool is so cold right now.
Hold on. I have so many other things. I can't believe I just fucking thought of this. Okay.
What?
Where my mom's at, I have Hadley on that show several times, and
she loves that more than anything.
Oh, because she and I jam. She's a fantastic guest. She's so interesting. I've heard that, you don't actually shower after exercise, that you just jump in the pool and you think that a chlorine bath is adequate.
Yes. First of all, okay, it depends on my day. But yeah, I think a pool is a shower. I think technically, yes.
And do you think that you might, like, would that have an adverse smell? Like, does that? I mean, she didn't say anything, so
I
this
don't
is not.
smell that bad. I'm not a big smeller, but I will. But I'm also very hygienic in the fact that, like, I also have an outdoor shower, so sometimes I'll get out of the pool and then rinse the chlorine off, and I'll throw shampoo in my hair and my beard.
Okay.
And then do pits and pussy or whatever. That's what we call it in our house.
Your
but
puss
pits
clean?
and pussy. Give me pits and pussies, ladies. Let's go.
I was going to tell you. So Leanne revealed her famous BJ technique on Where My Mom's At.
And then she said that you did it to Tom, and he was impressed.
Loved it. He was like, "This is what Bert gets," which is kind of fucking gross and incestuous and weird now, because I'm like, because I go to Tom, I go, are you and Bert like BJ brothers now? Because you guys are getting like the same.
Snowman brothers.
Yeah, is that what
Eskimo brothers.
It's so gross. And so Tom was in the hospital, and that's another joke. He's like, I can't believe it. I just got this new beach technique, and now this happened. And we were just on this.
Why can't you get beaches in a hospital?
He's so broken. Like, it's the last thing on his mind.
The last thing. And with a broken arm to be like,
He's got that right hand free though.
God forbid his dick is in his leg brace, and all of a sudden it just starts raising. He's like, God, I gotta get my dick out quick.
I think he can get hard, but I don't think he wants to. Like, he's still, and he's on so many painkillers. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
How are we going to get him off painkillers, and how are we going to make sure he doesn't balloon up to 400 pounds?
Okay, good question. Off the painkillers is going to be pot. We're going to transfer his thing to pot, so he'll be taking
That's what Leanne did to me when
edibles.
I fell off the waterfall.
Yeah.
She came in bed because they were giving me Oxycontin.
Yeah, that's what he's taking.
Yeah.
Oxycodone.
I think it's Oxycodone. It's Vicodin. I think it's Vicodin. And so.
And he's getting Dilaudid still.
He's getting Dilaudid because He needs it. By the way, he
It's
needs it because when they were giving it to him. I'm not going to take away from his story, but I will say that he was saying,
gnarly.
I still feel the pain. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not high right now. I still feel pain.
Oh, they had to give him nerve blockers in his knee. That's how bad it is.
And Leanne said when Leanne came in and I was taking them, there was a fine line between like my back hurts because I fell off a waterfall versus I don't want to read a book to my daughters, but this will make it better. And so Leanne just came in. We were about to go camping that weekend, and I just refilled because I was like, we're going camping. I'm sleeping on the floor. I need this. She came in and woke me up and had them in her hand. She's like, these are done. And I was like, what? She goes, it's noon. You took one in the middle of the night last night and you're done. She goes, go to a marijuana store and get whatever you need, but you need to go. I need you to go to whatever, Costco with me in an hour. So go get weed if you need it. And I went and got weed and it worked.
It does work, I think, to wean you off of the oxys. You don't.
So does Kratom.
Huh?
Kratom.
What's that?
I don't know. I know a lot of guys that were on pills, and that Kratom was like a good get off pills thing. But
It's
I don't
like
know.
an opiate
I don't know.
substitute.
I don't know enough about Kratom. Someone hit me up if you know something about Kratom. I'm sure. Let's get a Kratom sponsor.
Yeah, but
They make Kratom. Kratom's like a legit like vitamin. Like it's a legit vitamin you can take. Kratom is a tropical tree from the coffee family, native to Southeast Asia, with properties ranging from stimulant-like, energizing, uplifting,
that's cool.
to an opiate-like, causing drowsiness and euphoria. Yeah,
he just needs it for pain management. He's
I
going to
think
be in pain.
I think Kratom works.
Oh, that's good.
By the way, I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to me. But
So Leanne's Beaches, infamous, famous.
The first time I got one of those, I was like, I am marrying this
You're marrying
chick.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and who would have known? Like, looking at her, she's such a lady, but she's not. She's a fucking, she's a hoe.
A savage down there. And by the way, shout out to Dr. Drew's wife, who
Yeah.
was like, yo, you don't need to just blow him a little bit, then start having sex.
Well, that's what the interesting.
Fucking greatest thing ever.
Right, but here's the thing: is that I feel as though you can't say it's 3 to 5 blowjobs unless there's a bagak. Like there has to be jizz in your mouth for it to count as a full blowjob. It's not. You know what I mean? That's just it's an appetizer. If she
I like
blow,
the appetizer.
and then but I've been doing that for centuries. I don't get credit on the appetizer.
Oh, Leanne hasn't been doing that for centuries. If she goes down there, she's having a meal.
She's staying. Yeah.
she puts a crab bib on and goes, all right, here we go.
Now, how many
hair in a bun?
How many times a week is she doing the beach on you? I forget.
Now, every time we have sex, I get a little starter one.
Starter.
It's the greatest.
Are you guys? How much are you banging right now? Like now that your kids are
not more than average. We did it this weekend.
That's nice.
But the thing is that for me, I was not enjoying sex as much as I used to, and I couldn't figure out why. And then when Dr. Drew's wife's technique, Susan's technique, comes in, and I get it awoke everything down there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is like foreplay.
Yeah.
And I never understood foreplay. I was like, that's fucking stupid. Let's just fuck.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way too.
Yeah. But now I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And her new body, she's skinny.
That's
like,
so
fuck.
great. You know, I really.
And she could just get some plastic surgery. No, I'm kidding. Just some filler. Dude, I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
Let's pivot. I'll say this.
Sure.
I can't say it because if I say it, then then you'll go, oh, is that what you're talking about? So I can't say it right now because if I say it,
just
then you'll go.
What are we doing? Don't quit dancing.
Because I like the person and I don't want to say it.
You and I
then
can't.
You go,
but you and I can't. There's no filters. Okay. We're not going to say who the person is. I know because I know who the person is already.
No, you don't. No, you
yes,
don't.
I do.
No, you don't. I just saw this person.
Okay.
And she is the hottest person, but she's had
stunning.
But she's also had a little plastic surgery, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah, I saw it up close, but I was like, I like it. I actually like it.
She looks like she's 20. She's older than me.
So fucking hot.
Yeah, stunning. And the body is like, she looks like a 20-year-old.
It's a freak of fucking
But it's
nature.
genetics too, because
it's genetics.
She was hot like that at 20. Like her body at 20 was not my body at 20. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the bitch had muscle. Like she was toned as fuck already.
Yeah, I actually think her body got better.
I think so too.
Isn't that crazy?
Because you lean out, you get flip the paper over.
God damn it. Okay, well, if you got the name, you got the name. Share it in the comment section. Let everyone know who we're talking about. But don't let her know. For real. No doubt.
I think
Do
we're
not
okay.
let her know.
So Tommy Buns is probably not going to be able to get in studio for a minute. I mean, he can't bend his knee for 6 weeks.
I think he shouldn't push it.
No, we're not going to.
I mean, I definitely want him on studio for the live gig on New Year's Eve.
I think that's what we're going to shoot for, is to have him for the live gig, right? The live show on New Year's Eve, which is going to be amazing. I'm so excited for you guys.
So awesome. First of all, I don't know if you know this, but Tom and I wrote porns.
I do know this. Well, he was like, where? Yeah, he did ask for a little suggestions, and I was like, yeah, but I only led him to an idea that he was toying with for years. We've been talking about this topic for years. I didn't come up with the idea. I go, Tom, remember that thing you used to say a lot? Do that.
So what's so funny is I wrote mine, but I couldn't give it to Leanne because Leanne doesn't porn. Kind of shuts her down for whatever reason. I don't know. There's certain things about Leanne, she's not a. She likes to get loose during sex, but she doesn't want to feel like a whore.
She's a lady.
She's
a Southern belle, dude.
And so
She's
I couldn't give her my porn, and so I was like, I wrote this porn, and I loved it. I was so excited about it that I was like, by the way, I have a movie in development, and I'm not reading that script. I'm writing a porn. And my agents were like, hey, man, I said it to my agents. I was like, can you guys have someone read this? Tell me what they think. And they're like, what the fuck?
What is this?
And I was like, I'm not directing it. I just wrote it. And they're like, what? I sent it to Nadav, and I waited for him to reply back and he didn't reply for a day until I ran into him, and he was like, that was really funny. And by the way, so we have porns that we're going to be debuting.
Well, now I want to see it.
You can see my porn.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Nadav, she can see my porn, right?
No, you guys can't see each other's porns till Two Bears Live on New Year's.
She's not going to tell Tom.
I'm not going to tell Tom.
All right.
I love that he has rules.
Do you have it here now?
I mean, yeah, I have a copy of the PD. I mean, look, we didn't film it yet. We're in the
we're
pre-production process.
You just
we have
have
casting showing up. We got me have a casting call. I have some ideas. But I had so much fun writing that. So on our live thing, we are going to air both of our Whitney Cummings. Let's take
Hold
a
on,
phone
I have
call.
to piss really bad.
I'll talk to Whitney.
I wish I had a diaper on.
Hey, I'm doing 2 pairs, 1 cave.
Hi, Whitney.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, how did you know?
Is that Leanne?
No, that's Push. Tom's in the hospital, so she's my co-host. Hey, you want to come co-host 2 Bears 1 Cave live or 2 Bears 1 Cave with me next week?
Rather die.
Come on, Whitney.
Actually, would rather kill myself.
You sick?
Would rather have sex with you, making eye contact with you the whole time.
Whitney, I'm actually. I'm gonna
say yes. You know I'm gonna fucking cave and say yes.
Hey, are you sick? Are you still that? We were just talking about you.
You were just talking about me?
Yeah, because I was like, what kind of... I'm going to put you on the camera so people can see you. But what kind of person gets sick and then goes, I will now go to the doctor and fix this, as opposed to goes, I'll just wait and find out.
An adult?
Yeah, well...
Wait, what?
We're talking about Whitney when we said
Mommy.
that she gets...
Hi, my baby!
Hi, beautiful.
Oh, wow, you seem really excited to talk to her.
because I love her.
Christina, I'm obsessed with. You are a pig.
I love you. Hey...
Christina, how's your tooth?
Oh my God, they glued it right back in. It's back in now.
Honey.
My veneer fell out. I was eating sushi of all things.
Trash for life.
Always, homie. Always.
Love her.
Listen, how do you stay...
Why did you put a little diamond in it?
Well, that would be cool
I
as
wish
shit.
I could. Or some 3 stripes for Adidas. So listen, how are you skinny? What are you doing? Because Bert and I are trying to... What do you do? What kind of...
It's called peptides, and Bert refuses to respond to the text messages.
No. It's not peptide. What do you eat, though? Are you...
I'm telling you, it's the peptides. It's 100% the peptides.
What are you talking about? I don't want to inject anything into myself.
Okay. Do you want to go to the gym? Do you want to eat kale?
No. Peptides. Okay, look. Okay.
Just do the peptides.
Give me the number. I want to do this.
Okay, but don't waste my time.
I'm not going to waste...
I'm not going to respond.
I'm not going to waste your time. Gosh, she's so
the amount
bossy.
of time Bert and Tom waste of mine is we're dying. My biological clock is ticking. My ovaries are turning into dust, and you guys ask for help. I give it to you, and then you don't fucking take it.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it.
We'll get you pregnant if that's what you're asking for.
Good luck.
Hey, Whitney, I need to talk to you about something, and that I'll call you around in 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why am I always on your schedule, Bert?
You tell me when to call you, I'll call you. I do need to talk to you about that thing I texted you about.
I won't. And then I'll see you on Instagram
I know.
chasing a rat in your yard and sitting in a bucket of ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. I'm on your schedule.
Ice bucket challenge, not even relevant content.
Ice bucket challenge.
Eating a pound of tuna.
I've been
returning my call. But then when you call me from Two Bears One Cave, I have to fucking jump down the fireman's pole and answer.
That's true. Are you still stuffy?
She watches my Insta stories.
I know.
I only do it for Christina's children.
Yes. Thank
I
you.
do it so Christina's children can go to DeVry.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom's gonna need peptides real quick because he is gonna balloon up to 400.
I know.
But you're not gonna. He's not gonna respond to me, and then I'm gonna text, and then I'm now harassing you guys to live longer.
Why do you sound congested? What's going on? You have a
I know,
sinus?
I have a sinus infection from the construction in my house.
Oh, no.
I'm getting the surgery.
What?
Everyone already
See,
thinks I
she
had
signs up for a fucking surgery.
What surgery? For what?
a sinus surgery for a deviated septum.
Oh my
But everyone already
God.
thinks I had a nose job, so now I have to go get an actual nose job, and I'm afraid it's gonna look like
Ooh.
That's
I
cool.
don't have a nose job.
Wait, what are you gonna actually change the shape of your nose is perfect.
No, it's just like isn't it just like a laser that goes
Inside.
up in my nose?
Wait, do I have a deviated septum?
Yes. You snore,
That's
right?
the least of your aesthetic.
I know.
You have a deviated body.
I know.
I'm actually really skinny right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll send you nudes in a second.
Oh my
I'm
God.
good.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I'll call
All right,
you later,
love
okay?
you.
I will
Feel
also
better.
go against my will if it helps.
Feel better.
Christina's children that are
Oh my
just
God.
fucked for life
So fucked.
because you're their godparent.
Oh my
Yeah.
But
God.
Leanne like cancels you out. Bye.
Oh my gosh. She really abuses you.
We have
Yeah, but-
we have a touch and go relationship.
I know.
She goes into Kelly Clarkson the other day, and like the thing about Whitney is she is such a ball buster it doesn't turn off. And this poor guy's got a picture of me up, and she goes, "Can you fucking delete that?" And the guy's like, She's like, "He just bothers me. He bothers me." And the guy's like, "Sure thing," and just delete. And I'm like, "He doesn't know we're friends, Whitney. Like, tell him that you know me or something." He's triggering me. It's
She's she likes to trigger you. It's just like she sent a video, I think, to us where she was checking into the hospital or ER to get a COVID test. Did you see this video? Mm-mm. And the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I saw Bert Kreischer in here." And she goes, "Who? Bert Kreischer?" And she's like, "Am I more famous than Bert?" Like, it was a contest to see who was more famous.
Yeah. And that, well, I mean, look, whatever.
She means well. She loves you
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I think you guys have a sibling relationship.
I feel like we do. Leanne,
Yeah.
I remember Leanne one time was like, we were just in the front yard busting balls, and me and Whitney and the girls were there that were playing with our dogs. And Leanne's like, "If you ever do a sitcom, she needs to play your wife."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Definitely." And then she stops and she goes, "You can't fall in love with her." I was like, "You think I'd fall in love with Whitney?" She goes, "Everyone falls in love with Whitney."
Aw.
She just is. She is a very like nurturing. Whitney's a pretty
She's
fucking awesome
sweet.
person.
Yes.
Like and you know, it's so funny as a comic, especially as a female comic. You have to it's this second. As a guy, it's a flip, I think, maybe. As a guy, when you show softness or weakness or vulnerability, people applaud you. When Rogan cries about his dog or putting down a dog, everyone's like, "Fuck yeah." But if a woman, when you cry, everyone's like, "Oh, come on, man." You know? And it's such a flip. And so a lot of times women, like you were like, "I don't want to cry about Tom." And I was like, "He's your husband. You're allowed to." And you're like, "I know, but I don't want to." Whereas if I cried about Tom, everyone would be like, "That's what friendship's about."
That's really meaningful. Yeah.
God, they must be closer than him and his wife.
I know.
It's the fucking weirdest.
Well, there's a different set of rules for ladies and gents in the world. I'd say.
There are.
But I'll tell you something. You know, especially now that you white guys are going out of fashion, I think that I start to appreciate white dudes more now. And I have to tell you, like, I kind of like being a second-class citizen. I don't want to be in first position. Like, you guys, let you guys run everything. I'm fucking happy being home with my babies and like baking cookies and shit. Like when Tom's out making the money, I'm like, yeah, go.
That's what
I get
love.
the best of everything, the world.
That's what I love about
Great.
females transitioning to men. Is I want to go like, "Hey, you're a white guy now. Let me help you out. This is gonna be a tough road."
Here's the rules. Right. Like Eliot Page.
Eliot Page, I want to hit her
I'm
up and be
like-
like, "Hey, welcome to the team. I'm a big fucking fan for the record. I hope to God, I swear to God, I'm so happy that that's the weird thing is I don't really give a fuck if anyone transitions at all. Fucking
Who's
Ari.
this now?
I'm not getting that.
You're so
Fucking
popular.
Ari's driving me nuts right now. I'm so angry at him, and
Yeah.
I'm not telling him. And if you're watching this, Ari, I'll have already talked to you, and you'll know because I've told you. But and it's not because you drugged me. I don't care when people transition. Like I understand that you need to announce it. I get it. And I totally understand. It's like, yeah, I want to be called. You don't mind? I want to be called a dude now. And so I'll be called a dude. And I'm cool. I'll call you a dude. I'm going to fuck up a little bit. I fucked up a little bit with Eliot the first day. Yeah. Because I was kind of excited. And my favorite show is Umbrella Academy. I love Umbrella Academy. And he is in Umbrella Academy. And my only question was like, this isn't fuck up Umbrella Academy. Like I'm not that it like if it does, I'd rather your happiness be first. But you're awesome in Umbrella.
Hold on, he plays a woman in the show.
He does.
Is this on Netflix? Because I don't watch anything.
He does play a woman, which used to be totally normal, and now
you're not allowed to do that now though. Because
that's my fucking problem. It's whitewashing. You can't have a dude play a chick's role.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, please, can everyone just go like, yeah, let's gonna put our rules on hold. Umbrella Academy's pretty awesome. Like. Let's. I understand that Scarlett Johansson can't play
Scarlett.
That girl can't play She can't play a woman transitioning to a man.
Why not?
She can't. It's whitewashing.
Whitewashing.
Or she played an Asian woman. I don't know what she did. She's played a lot of them. But
well, that's true because people used to play Asians and stuff like Breakfast at Tiffany's. What? And
Have
that's
you seen
totally
that recently?
Out of style. You can't do that.
Over the top.
I know, it's so crazy.
Is so to the point where you're like, my god.
Oh my god! But remember the movie Soul Man? Do you remember that movie?
Yeah. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Do you know like his dad took his college fund to buy a boat?
Yeah.
And then he just dressed.
Wait, and you know how he gets that color? He takes a bunch of tanning pills, self-tanner pills. Oh, and then so that's how he becomes a darker skinned. And it's so fucked up because he has such white guy features. Like it's
the whitest guy's features.
Yeah, like they couldn't pick somebody who could actually maybe
like
pass.
Anthony Michael Hall.
For like, you think Anthony Michael
Hall playing a black dude high in the back of a fucking car during Weird Science is my favorite scene. Chicks can't hold the smoke.
Oh my god, you're right.
Anthony Michael Hall.
This is a good game to play.
Anthony Michael Hall could play. When he was younger, could have played a black dude.
I disagree. I think Anthony Michael Hall today, because
let's see him today.
He's got more Afro features. Yeah, now he could be a more. God, he did not age well.
But no one does. By the way,
it's brutal.
Okay, type in. Can I tell you who I met one time? And I was like, I don't mind aging that way. Is Rick Schroeder?
Rick Schroeder. I was just thinking about him.
Rick Schroeder's. He's got
his hot.
He looks like a cowboy. Like yeah, gray beard, dude, far right. Yeah,
I had such a crush on him growing up. Remember Silver Spoons?
I shouldn't say me too. But I wanted to be Rick Schroeder growing up.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to bang him and ride on his train. Remember he had a train that ran through his house?
I got an ID bracelet for Christmas because Ricky Schroeder in Silver Spoons had an ID. He had an ID bracelet, and he gave his girls an ID bracelet. And I was like, "What's an ID bracelet?" And my mom's like, "It's a bracelet." And I was like, "Oh." We're on my list for Christmas. My dad's like, I think we got a gay guy.
Who was your crush growing up? Oh, who's your cartoon crush? We talk about this on Where My Mom's At.
Who's my cartoon crush?
Like, remember growing up, my first crush was on Mighty Mouse. I have like a weird thing for Mighty Mouse. I was 4 or 5 years old, and I was so in love with him. And like, you don't even know what sex is at that age, but I would just imagine him like, yeah, like I would imagine I was the girl, and that he was like so strong, and he'd like carry me and stuff.
It's funny, you kind of married a Mighty Mouse.
I know, I totally did. He's kind of built like Tom, right?
I had a crush. I never had cartoon crushes, but I had youthful crushes on the Boogaloos.
Let's
remember the Boogaloos?
Vaguely. Hold on.
The Boogaloos.
Oh my God, this is old jam, bro.
The fucking girl from the Boogaloos. I had a hard. Anytime she got tied up, I was fucking.
Oh, I've heard about this. I've heard about your tie up and your quicksand.
Quicksand, anything.
Fetish. Yeah.
Wonder Woman, the Boogaloos.
Wonder Woman.
The Sam from what was the Nell Carter?
The boss?
Sam. Oh yeah. By the way, Alyssa Milano.
Still hot.
I still have a fucking crush on her.
She's the best. Yeah.
I still have a crush on her. Yeah. Sam from. What's Nell Carter? Type in Nell Carter's.
Give me a break.
Give me a break. Sam from Give Me a Break.
I don't remember
Let me see Sam from Give Me a Break.
Give me a break. Now I know what it takes. That chick?
Dude, I had a hard.
What?
She had braces.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I had yeah.
I remember her
God.
This show is great. I loved Nell
I had
Carter.
such a crush on her.
That's your crush? You're
I
fucking
had
weird.
such a crush.
Okay, what about Charles in Charge, Nicole Eggert?
You know what?
Because she was everybody's boy crush.
I think I met her in real life. She was, but I don't remember. She wasn't on the radar for me back then.
Look how cute she was. You weren't into blondes. You were into grumpy brunettes.
Oh, she is fucking. Well,
She
hang
was-
on. How old is she in this? Before I go, she is so hot. I did that to a Kardashian one time. I was like, God damn it. She was even hotter younger. My wife's like, she's 13 in that picture. I was like, oopsie daisy.
Okay.
I remember saying to Leanne, is Selma Gomez? Selena Gomez old enough to jerk off to? And she was like, ah! I was like, I'm joking, kind of.
Okay, 21 Jump Street Johnny Depp.
Oh, my God.
I had a life-size poster of this fool in my room.
21 Jump Street.
Dude, he was so fucking hot. Look at him in that era. Look at him. I mean, this guy's always been good looking. He's what, 19, 18 there?
Look at his hair. It
Oh my
just
God,
is
that's the
so
poster I had.
thick.
He's so rad. And
He's gorgeous, man. He's got
still-
gorgeous features.
I know. He's
gorgeous.
stunning.
Like, okay, so if you had to be part of a group of
I'd be
guys,
Johnny
right?
Depp,
Like,
yeah.
no, meaning like you had to be like a part of they had the St. Elmo's Fire Rat Pack,
Sure.
right? They had the original Rat Pack. But then Johnny Depp had like the Winona Ryder. You can also be part of the Gwyneth Paltrow, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon chunk. You can be, but you had to be part of like a Rat Pack. I might go Johnny Depp, Richard Grieco, like that era.
was dope.
Richard River Phoenix.
I like that one. I want River Phoenix.
What's the fucking
drugs.
hot girl from Parenthood that's kind of always
Martha
hot?
Plimpton?
Martha Plimpton.
Really?
I've always thought Martha Plimpton was sexy.
Really?
Martha
She's-
Plimpton and Juliette Lewis.
I like Juliette Lewis. She's weird. I like her a lot. I follow her on Instagram. She's great. I like her. She's like a rocker. She has a rock band.
Yeah. This podcast is brought to you by the World Series of Poker app. Are you fucking kidding me? I think I just found my new favorite thing to do online. When Georgia was born, I spent the entire time watching the World Series of Poker with 10,000 buy-in. Who had $10,000 to buy in? Now you don't have to worry about that 10,000 buy-in. The World Series of Poker app is a great way to improve your poker skills, and it's free to download. Tired of social distancing? Now you can set up very easily a virtual poker game with friends. And as the #1 free poker game, World Series of Poker always has tons of players online to match up against whenever you want to play. Be on the lookout for all crazy and fun events coming up around the holidays too. Best of all, you can get 1 million chips as a bonus gift when you join today. What's the holdup? Download the World Series of Poker app in the Apple Store or go to Google Play and Amazon now. And don't forget to use our promo code WSOP Bears. That's World Series of Poker Bears, but WSOP Bears for 1 million bonus chips when you sign up. That's 1 million bonus chips when you download the World Series of Poker app using the promo code WSOP Bears. All one word.
Wait, I would be. Let me just
I met
think.
Juliette Lewis.
You know who I'd want to be? I liked. Okay, this is gonna sound corny as fuck, but I like the whole Phyllis Diller era of comedy.
You
like,
were just telling me
Bob
this the other
Hope.
day.
Phyllis Diller.
I like the.
I like that time.
What was
the
it? Bob
60s.
Newhart and Don Rickles were best friends.
I love that.
I love that energy. Like I
Yeah.
love that they used to go to lunch every day together, like at this old country club. I wish that things were still like that,
Yeah.
where it was like kind of, wow, this. I sound like Donald Trump. I wish we could make America great again, where it was like, white people ran
Just
everything.
white people,
and-
yeah. White guys rule the world.
No, but like it seemed like back then everything was a lot simpler, where they were like, you're going to the club today, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I'll see you at the club in the morning. I get up there, I wake up, I leave my family, I have my coffee, a cocktail over there. Then I go to a couple meetings. We'll come back,
Bert,
we'll have lunch.
This is totally when white guys ruled the world.
Yeah. I was a member of this country club, Beverly Hills Country Club. And it wasn't, I'm making it worse than it was, but it was like an older Jewish country club. And I'm like, it felt like that. Like,
Well,
I remember
Jews-
everyone that was
historically, Jews weren't allowed in country clubs. Did you know that the Jonathan Club, they just let Jews in the 80s?
Is this the Beverly Hills Country Club? This is. Yeah. This place was awesome. It was so great.
Wait, you belong to this?
Yeah, it was actually pretty
When?
expensive.
I was going to say, Jesus Christ.
Type in what it costs to be Beverly Hills Country Club.
Wait, what year is this?
This was, we had just had Isla,
Oh my God.
and I was doing a show called Fresh Baked Video Games, and I got a big paycheck, and yeah, it was like $300 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't horrifically.
That's not too bad.
I think we paid $175. Yeah, $175 to $350, and you could take the whole family. Could go swimming. We didn't
That's
have a pool,
nice, yeah.
and I played tennis every day with this guy Marty. This old man was so much fun. I hope he's still alive.
Probably not.
Probably.
Not with COVID. And
He was the
stuff.
first guy I ever saw ice his knees. He was like, "When you're my age," and I was like, "Oh, I'm there today."
Depressing.
I don't want him to be dead, but I wish he was so I could tell you stories about him because he was so fucking funny. He was so fucking funny. God. Yeah, but I used to play there every day and I loved it. And I remember just sitting there and being like, the old men would just come up and be like, you could just sit at their table and they talk to them. And
Yeah, like they talk about like white guy stuff. Like, how do you make your money? And right? Like, because I know like Tom's family, like they grew up going to a country club. And
Yeah.
I went for the first time in their hometown and I was like, this is crazy. Like,
it's really cool. Country clubs are really cool if you find one that's not obnoxious.
yeah, I
Like
guess.
if you're I'm certain but if you can find one like that one was like $175 a month, it made sense for people that wanted to have a gym
Like
to work
amenities,
out at. It was
yeah.
like as opposed to getting a Crunch Fitness, you joined it and they had a full gym, full treadmills, a pool, and you could play tennis, and it was a place to join, and you could go have dinner with your family.
I like
it was
that
so
too.
fucking cool.
But the thing I don't like is that then these people know everything about you and then they gossip because in that like small community, they could be like, oh my God, there's Bert Kreischer. And do you know what he did, what happened, and blah, blah, blah.
Well,
And
Marty
like,
was going through a divorce.
uh-huh.
And he was like, I think he was like almost, I don't know how old he was. I hope he is alive so he could hit me up. I'd love to catch up with him.
Marty, old-ass
Marty, they called him Marty the Magician. But if you're gonna find a lot of magicians in there. He did
Wait, why would you find a lot of magicians in there?
because I'm sure there's a Marty the Magician out there. But
Oh,
what he did
right.
was he would save video. So video, they did a TV. This will help you find him exactly. Okay. See, yeah, there's a lot of Marty the Magicians.
Gosh.
Marty, they had a show called "Help! I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of
I
Here."
remember that.
Okay.
Which is
And-
so obnoxious. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
like I'm too good to be doing stuff. It's so weird.
it is a weird
Were
name.
you on that?
No, I wasn't even famous. I wasn't famous when that happened. But what happened is they lost the whole season of footage. It got
Oh my
wet.
God.
They sent it to Marty, and Marty saved all the footage
With his magic?
because he was a video guy. He was good with video.
Wow.
Hey, type in "Help! I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here," Marty.
No way.
I swear to God,
You're
if you
not
can find a
gonna
picture of this
find
guy,
it Googling that.
I wonder.
Wait, what was the premise of Help! I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? Remember that fucking... I remember the title, but what were they doing that was so bad?
They were just in the woods, I think.
Okay.
Kathy Griffin was on it.
Such a bizarre time. That was a good era of reality shows, though. Remember, like, Temptation Island?
Yeah.
I loved, the I Love New Yorks. And
Did you have a
and
hard time watching reality shows because you were on one?
when the Real World first came out in, like, 93 or something,
Don't
92.
even get me started.
I loved it. I was obsessed. And then when I got cast to be on one, I was like, this is the best. And then after, I still love reality shows. It's my absolute favorite genre.
I
them.
do love reality shows. I remember my buddy Eddie Fernandez said to me, no joke. I mean, I'm talking no joke. He said, someone said, he tried every year to get on Real World or Road Rules. And he had just graduated college, and someone said, so are you still trying to get on Road Rules? And without smiling or making a joke, he goes, I'm pretty much putting all my eggs in that basket. And we could not stop laughing. But I wanted to get on. That would have been.
Which one would you get on, though? Real World or Road Rules? They're two different. They're very different
I would
shows.
have. The amount I talk now, imagine how reckless I would have been in 1997.
Oh, my God. Oh, they would have made you into, like, remember? Okay. Real World San Francisco.
Villain.
Remember when David pulled the blanket off of...
That's Real World San Diego.
Oh,
not
sorry.
San Francisco.
Sorry. Are you sure?
Oh my God.
Wait, no, that's
no.
David.
Aaron was living in that house.
Okay,
The black chick who married the baseball player, who then got her jaw wired shut, also had an abortion.
Yes, she had an abortion.
She had an abortion. Tammy had an abortion on that season.
Yes.
David was best friends with Dave Chappelle. Did you know that?
I did know that.
David and Dave Chappelle were best friends.
I did know that.
I saw David do stand-up when I first started stand-up. I saw David come and do stand-up.
Yes.
And he went and did it at the Boston Comedy Club. And he did a act that was identical to Dave Chappelle.
See that guy on the far right?
Yeah, I
David,
know that guy.
Real World Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a story.
I know that, David.
Yeah. So he was in love with Kara, the casting agent, right? That cast all of us. So his season coincides with my season of Road Rules. And so he fell in love with...
Where was he?
He was in Seattle. Real World.
Yeah, where the one guy slapped the chick with Lyme disease.
Yeah. What was his name? Irene.
David. I think David slapped Irene.
Yeah.
She called him gay. And he went,
yeah.
Bitch, I'm not gay.
Yeah. And he lived in Berkeley and I lived in San Francisco at the time. So he and I were like kind of buds.
David,
he was cool.
the black dude?
Yeah. Like,
is he gay?
Yeah,
I think he got arrested for prostitution.
Yeah, they're all troubled.
Allegedly.
This is a very troubled cast. But anyway, so the Real World and the Road Rules people, when you're coinciding seasons, you challenge each other at the time, right? This is back in the day. So we went up to Seattle to challenge them in Puget Sound or something stupid.
I remember this episode.
And I'll never forget, it was the first time I wore my Adidas tracksuit on a trip. And so we're all in the back of this travel bus. And for some reason, I end up in David's like lap because we're all like it's all this incestuous and you're all partying and you're in your 20s and like I'm just like laying in David's lap and I look up and he's trying to kiss me in this van, but however he had just knocked out, oddly enough, his right tooth, just like the one I had knocked out. But rather than fix it, he shoved it back in and it had turned black. And he was trying to French me with a rotten tooth in his mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I've never told the story.
Oh my God. I love behind the scenes stories.
Yeah, I've got a lot about this cast.
That was a fucking volatile cast.
Did you know why it was volatile? Do you know why?
No, I don't know why.
Starts with a D and ends with an S.
Drugs?
I didn't say the word.
Were they really?
I'll tell you off camera.
Oh, really? So here's the thing. Here's best case scenario for me.
The show's long gone. I can talk about it now.
If I had gotten on one of those shows, is that I would have gotten on with lunatics and then been able to sit back and sniper talk about them.
You think so?
I think I would have out lunaticked people.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You have to be a little off to get cast. So I admit, like, I was fucking crazy too.
But you and
Shane from Canada, normal.
The girl that you did it with.
Susie. Normal.
You and Susie were totally fucking normal.
But they had anticipated that we would fight because I got to read my casting Bible later when I worked at Buena Marie. And they set us up because she's like this Christian goody two shoes. And I was like this like, fuck you. Yeah, like snarky. And they thought we were going to hate each other. And we ended up being,
But that's who
friends.
you are. You don't have enemies or you don't confront. You're just really, I'm trying to think. Chadwick had the big tattoo on his chest. This is the first time I saw a dude with an aggressive tattoo, and I was like, what did his parents say?
I think he had it removed. I saw him in Nashville, and I was like, what's up with your tiger? And I think he had it removed, Chadwick. He's a filmmaker now. He just had a film in a festival. Yep. He's doing great. He's married to Holly.
Wow.
Holly from season something after. And they have children together. They ended up getting married and being happily married, and I think they just moved to Canada. Because this whole pandemic.
This is I
know all the goss of
top
the world. 5.
CT just got divorced.
I know.
I just saw that in the news. CT was one of my.
Much gossip.
CT was one of my. I have gotten. I remember Theo. Everyone had good gossip about CT. That guy had literally a fucking bag full of gossip.
Skeletons. But I don't know him.
He was in
personally.
Paris. He was in Paris, and he was a guy that could come out with. He should have been a fucking movie star, man.
Gorgeous.
Look at that fucking face.
What a looker.
He should have been a fucking movie star.
Gorgeous. There were so many good looking. I'll tell you what, when I did the one challenge that I did do, the Battle of the Sexes, I was the least fit, least physical person. They were all just beautiful, yoked. Their bodies were just amazing. And I was like, like I didn't belong. I don't know.
Most successful people out of Real World Road Rules today.
Okay. Hold on.
Top 5.
Eric Nies. He hosted The Grind.
By the way, I just saw Eric Nies. I just saw him.
He's great.
He came up in my news feed. What's he doing right now? Eric Nies. That's not how you spell it.
It's not how you spell it, you fucking...
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Millennial.
Eric Nies was a fucking gorgeous man.
Too.
Gorgeous man.
Still is. Look at him. Aged greatly. He looks amazing.
Oh, that's him. Type in E Online. E Online. I just saw he's doing Wim Hof stuff.
What is he doing?
E Online. Straight up. Right there. He's doing E Online stuff. That's
What's
him in an
that?
ice bath. And I think it came up because I take ice
stunning.
bath.
So
Photos from your favorite real worlders, and where are they now? Oh.
So he also went.
Heather B works well with
Heather
Sway.
B.
That's fucking super successful. And no one's gonna
She's
beat.
rad.
No one's gonna beat the Miz. The Miz is hit it out of the park.
Love the
that
Miz.
guy. Talk
Love
about
him.
leaning into staying in your lane. Like
Yep.
he was like, bro. There's certain people I don't mean this disrespectful to the Miz, and I hope this comes out good.
Oh, she became a fan. Jacinda Barrett. Remember her from Real World England?
Jacinda is a princess or something, right?
No.
She went to Heather Markle's, Mother Markle's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Margaret Marketas. She's stunning too, and she's so talented. Do you remember the guy that got his tongue bitten off in London?
No.
Neil.
Oh yes.
I went to Oxford he was at Oxford the same time as I was, and I would see him at pubs, and I'd be too shy to talk to him, and I wish I would have fucked him. I should have fucked him.
I ran into from the first season Dom, the Irish guy.
Oh yeah, I met him
at Sebastian's show in at the Forum, and I was like,
oh Ruthie, I loved Ruthie.
Oh my god, you want to hear a
She's
crazy
the
Ruthie story?
Best.
Ruth, I'm fucking
I
doing
love Ruthie.
casting for Trip Flip in Long Beach, and we're at the thing. Adam Devine comes up. I'm like, hey, what's up? We're talking, we're bullshitting, right? And then they're like, oh, these people came up. And I start talking to them. And I'm talking to this one girl, and I'm like, God, do I know you? And she goes, no. And I was like, so you want to be on Trip Flip? And she's like, I'd love to. I love traveling. And we're like, okay, have you ever done anything on television? She goes, I have. I go, like what? She goes, I did The Real World. And I went, wait, Ruthie?
Yeah.
It was fucking Ruthie. By the way, Tech.
Love Tech too.
What's Tech doing? Tech should be a movie star.
He's
that guy has
gorgeous,
so
too.
much goddamn charisma,
So much talent,
so
too.
much. He's got to
He
be
was
doing
in a movie.
something.
Wasn't he in Van Wilder?
Oh, shut the fuck up! He wasn't Van Wilder.
Yeah.
He was in Van Wilder.
Wilder.
What's
Tech.
Tech doing right? He is.
Yeah, he's
man.
cute.
That guy. I put some money down on him.
Yeah, he's great. No,
Start a
there's
podcast. I don't know if Tech's not doing a podcast. He should do a goddamn podcast.
Yeah, he's
Tech money.
great.
Tech money.
He's great.
What I was
There's
gonna say
a
about the
lot of good
Miz is the
people on the
Miz
shows.
is like, you know those guys that like, I don't mean, but this is gonna come off disrespectful. I don't mean it to be disrespectful. You know those guys that have like one good idea
Yeah.
and they follow through with it, and then they're like, I started the My Pillow company. I didn't have a ton of ideas, but I'm a gazillionaire.
Yeah.
The Miz was like very much like, I want to be a professional wrestler, which I think everyone thought was the dumbest idea in the world.
Yeah,
and
and
then
he
he did it,
is.
and you're like, bro, I wish everyone had that kind of vision where you're like, I know what I want. I'm not all over the map with shit. I'm not going to go and be the host of E! Online. I'm not going to do, I want to be a pro wrestler. And this is where I'm putting all my, when he did WWF, whatever it's called, the wrestling people did a reality show of people that wanted to be wrestlers. He was on it. He was fucking amazing.
He's really good.
He's awesome.
I like him
He's
a
awesome,
lot.
and I like him as
I like
Mike.
him as a person too.
I like him as
Yeah.
who he is.
Yeah, because I think I met him one time and he was so gracious and so nice to me. And I'm like, oh, you're cool. And that's another thing too, when you meet these people, because I met a lot of them over the years, and you're like, when they're a shitbird in real life, it just ruins the illusion. Because I love reality casts.
That's what would bum me out about CT, because I haven't heard great reviews.
Yeah.
but I was such a fan of
And
that
by the way,
kid.
I don't know CT. I've only
Yeah.
heard stories through the grapevine, so I can't even. I don't.
I
fucking know the guy
don't
from-
know him. I've never met him,
Yeah,
but
I've
I would have
never
him on my
met
podcast in a fucking heartbeat. But I'd want him to be CT, you know, it's the guy that it's so funny. It's those, I think a lot of people that were in reality shows were like, no, that's not really who I am. That's why I'm on the show. Like Johnny
Yeah.
Bananas, I'm sure isn't that
Oh,
guy.
I hear
100
he's bananas.
Is he?
No. I think everything is supposed to be. I don't know him. I've only heard the stories, and from
Yeah.
what I hear, he's fucking bananas. Yeah. But I'll tell you.
That makes me like him so much more.
Here's the thing, though, man, is that a lot of times people that are psychos on these shows, they go, "Oh, but they edited me together."
Yeah,
bad.
right.
Get the fuck out. Bullshit. If you're a douchebag in real life, guess what? You're a douchebag on a reality show.
Oh, you become a bigger douchebag.
Yeah.
When we did Last Comic Standing 2,
Oh my God, I did that show a couple times too. It was horrible.
worst experience of my entire life.
Horrible showbiz experience, yeah.
Without a doubt, the soul sucking. What am
Yeah.
I doing?
Yeah. I should quit comedy.
I should quit comedy.
It's terrible.
I don't have a career. I've ruined my career. I'm having a daughter. And they wanted
was
me
so
to
bad.
get into a fight with Ant.
Oh yeah, who's great? I love Ant.
And I was like, and they're like, am I cool? And they got me on camera, and they're like, well, should we tell you what Ant said about you? And I was like, I don't think I want to hear it. And they're like, it's pretty bad. And I was like, I think it's just gonna hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, maybe you want to watch it. And I was like, no, I don't. And I go, Ant's good. I think he's a good guy, and I hope the best for him. And then I was like, oh my God, not shitting on Ant, but I was like, that's what you got to do to be on the show is
be a shit talker.
Be a shit talker. I was like, I am a shit talker, but not in a bad
Same. Like I'll say
gossip.
I'll talk some shit, but not like oh fucking Nadav thinks he's all that. Fuck Nadav. Like I wouldn't.
I've said that though, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forget. You and Nadav you guys have your own reality show.
I have talked shit, but it's usually like I don't know I'm talking shit. I'm telling you my opinion on something. Like I know that I'm
inadvertently.
I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this Kevin Hart thing. And all I said was, all I'm saying is like, I want to celebrate luck. I believe in luck more than hard work, right? I'm not saying Kevin Hart's not the hardest working dude. But I'm just saying like, I just want to hear luck stories. And I'll tell you why. And because I talked about it on Vlad TV, and I'm always worried that no one enjoys going, actually, Kevin, here's a fair and balanced piece that Bert did on you that you should check out. And he says some good things with some bad things. They go, do you hear this motherfucker, Bert Kreischer? And he's like, I like Bert. And they're like, well, he doesn't like you. And that's my fear, right? But my thing is, Dane Cook said this to me one time. I go to his house, and we play the guitar, we're hanging out. I think we saw Star Wars that night. And then I come back the next day, but at his house, he was like, what the fuck's the point of this business? You bust your ass and nothing happens. Nothing fucking happens. I show up, I do 2 spots every night. I'm on 2 shows. I'm killing it. I'm literally hustling as hard as I can. I'm writing scripts. I'm writing projects. I have TV pitches. I'm online. I'm on my
Is this when Dane wasn't hugely successful?
It's when he wasn't huge. And by the way, he wasn't huge for a few more years after this. But then the next day I go to his house, and he goes, I just got cast in a movie in China. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, that's what I love about this business. It's like a lottery ticket. Every day's like a lottery ticket. And I went, that's what I love about the business. Every day's like a lottery ticket. Some are a slower build, than others. But like I'll tell you right now, and I'm wholeheartedly is that, and I know Tommy's thinking this slow build of a lottery ticket that we didn't know podcasting would turn into this. God bless the Lord himself for allowing us the opportunity to do these podcasts, because in a time like this, when Tommy's in the hospital,
oh my gosh,
and we still have income, and we can still
this year, Bert, if we didn't have podcasting, all of us can't work. We cannot work,
and that's a lot of that's luck that we got into podcasting.
We did it. Well, I mean, I don't want to be an ass kiss, but it's also, I think, thank Joe Rogan.
That's Joe Rogan. And don't get me, Tom and I broke this down. We broke down the butterfly effect of, had Tom left with Charlie Murphy at that show at the Celebrity Center, that we wouldn't be here today.
It's
because
wild.
Joe just goes, hey, wait a second. And Tom stopped. I think of shit like that. That's where my head gets caught up. And that's where I get to bring this full circle.
Go ahead.
That's what's fucking me up about what happened to Tom.
You're gonna make me cry for like a 5th time on this show.
Is I go, what if I had just said, I keep thinking this, what if I had just said, hey, we got it. It was the last thing we were doing.
Yeah.
What if I just said like, hey, we got it. Don't kill yourself, man. Like, I've said this to people before. I wanted to say this to Tom that day, and I didn't. And you will see the footage New Year's Eve, and you are going to go, oh, Bert is really right. I'm not giving anything away, but I know from my television experience, on camera, 50% looks like 70%. And on camera, you can't tell the difference between 70% and 100%. I know that. So like, I sometimes when I'm doing stuff on camera, I don't push it as hard as because of my experience on Travel Channel watching people get hurt. I go, we're just filming this. I know what film looks like. I know that I'm not. Someone told me about professional golf. I was like, well, I want to play golf on TV. And they're like, just so you know, unless you are the best golfer in the world, it's really boring. And by the way, if you're the best golfer in the world, it's really boring.
Yeah.
And they're like, so you don't need to go to 100%. And I wish I had said that to Tommy, going, hey, just don't give it. He went so hard. You'll see the footage. He went so hard so many times. I can think of 3 times before the accident where I was like, hey, man, I should have said, you should slow it up. And I didn't. And then because I didn't, I think of that sliding door of like, now we're here.
Well, you have to understand though that my husband he's fucking excellent. Do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't do shit half-assed. He does it the best way he can.
He was willing to risk life and limb.
He went hard.
He went really.
But that's the yin and the yang of his personality, right? The slow and steady guy. That's where the wild comes out, is like shit like that. And you're like, all right, dude, you hope it goes well. Unfortunately, it didn't this time. But I know his motivation was pure, like to give a good show. You know what I mean? Like to give a good thing. His motivation was doing a good thing.
There was a little bit of what happened here that added to it. I'm not certain. I've heard stories, and we'll hear it all New Year's Eve on our live show. Go to ymhstudios.com/livestream. I don't know, are tickets on sale yet?
They will be when this episode comes out. And for anyone that's wondering, we will be playing The Injury on YMH, but it's going to premiere on Two Bears Live first. So get your tickets at ymhstudios.com/livestream and hang out with us for New Year's.
I will tell you, I will say, that sliding door effect has been fucking me up because I keep thinking of all the lucky things, and then when you see something unlucky, you're like, oh,
I know.
fuck.
Had I just then you see accidents. You ever been on the freeway and one time I saw a car flip right in front of me, and you're like, if I had left the house 5 seconds earlier, I would be maybe that person, and that's just how it goes. It's terrible. But you know what? Here's what's the good thing, right? Is that he's in a good place. He's going to get the best care.
And now you guys aren't moving to Austin.
Well, and I'm off the hook for beaches for a
long time, for at least a year.
Yeah, which is pretty great. But
I can't wait till this New Year's show is going to be so much fun because I can't wait till everything's out and we can really I want to see pictures. I want to see x-rays.
Oh, I've been taking pictures, just so you know, along the way. He doesn't know this, but in the hospital, I take pictures of when we moved. I have a chronology. I have it in my phone. I have of you guys, of you and Lindsay lifting him into the ambulance. Or the van. I have everything.
I have a video everything. I shot. I'll send it to you. I have a video I shot of me and him in the medical transport.
But don't tell him because I've been doing this kind of on the DL.
He has been, just for the record, he has not been a video guy during this period.
No. Well, I mean, yeah.
Lindsay said to me, he goes, if it was you, we'd have so much fucking footage.
I know. You are so good at that. You record every fucking minute of your life. Doesn't that get annoying?
No.
You're just used to it by now.
I found out that I pieced one and one together. When I would scuba dive for Travel Channel, I would have panic attacks. But if I played to the camera, my panic attacks would go away.
That makes so much sense.
So sometimes when I need a little lift me up, I pull my phone out and I do by the way, I'm sorry that I'm revealing this. I do an Insta story and it reminds me of how grateful I am and how lucky I am. And I all of a sudden tap out of my bad mood. This morning, had a big fight. I talked to you about it in there.
Yeah.
Big thing going on, and I was really bad. And I got on the treadmill, and I got off the treadmill, and I wasn't 100%, but I knew I was coming here, and I needed to. And I picked up my phone, and I did an Insta story talking about how many miles I've run this year. And all of a sudden, I was like, hey, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a better mood. It pulls me out of it. I am off Twitter replying to people. I'm not reading anything. I've hired someone to go through my Twitter, send me all stuff that's positive, and then I just repost it and comment. That's it. I don't want anything bad. And Instagram, I'll scroll Puerto Ricans getting haircuts all day long.
What?
I'm obsessed with Puerto Ricans getting haircuts.
Is this on Reels or just regular Instagram?
Oh, Puerto Ricans getting haircuts. For whatever fucking reason, it is it's especially if they're super shaggy and they're like bangs are down like Wolfman low.
I'm gonna look into this.
I'll start sending them to you.
Please do.
I get obsessed with it. Watching a Middle Eastern dude get a beard shave, come the fuck on.
That's your thing.
Oh, for whatever reason, hair combing and grooming, I can just watch that all day long.
I can watch cats and dogs doing funny things. I just love animals doing funny things. Anthropomorphic, a dog doing a person thing. God, that makes me so fucking happy.
All right, when I find that, I'll send that to you and Isla because that's Isla's sweet spot.
Aww. Aw.
That's eyeless. All right, we should probably wrap
I
up.
gotta
This is
go.
the longest Two Bears, One Cave we've ever done.
Really?
And this is why it's not me and Push doing this show, because we would just, by the way, you know we could go for another fucking 3 hours.
I know.
We should have just
I
done 2
know.
episodes today.
know.
And be like, we'll be back next week.
Well, let's get drinks next time. You want to do a
I'm
drunk?
sober this month.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to live.
Oh, okay.
I want to live.
All right.
After watching Tom not almost live, I want to do. I kept thinking, if that was me, the doctor would be like, you have high blood pressure.
All right.
Yeah.
It's making me more nihilistic. I kind of knock my tooth out and shit. I'm like, let's fucking party. Like, I want to party because I've been so depressed this year.
Why don't you and Leanne come in at midnight New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
And we'll be and why don't you come in right before midnight? We'll show you guys.
Give you guys blowjobs and be like, is this how Leanne does it?
Oh my God. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. What we'll do, I know this is a crazy idea, but we'll do the show like this, right? And then you guys get under the table and we'll have to guess which one's Leanne and which one's Push.
Okay.
This year, all you got to do is go to YMA Studios /live stream.
That's the close.
And that's it.
Bye.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave. No scripts, a bit of booze, amateur partology. Dirty jokes, raunchy humor, no apologies. Here's what we call Two Bears, One Cave.